And can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
It's what?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
It's what?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
It's what?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
How many other bastard children do you have, man? Welcome to the show, y'all. Welcome. Birdman. Appreciate you, big homie. JP, Ira JQ. I appreciate all y'all, man. Thank you guys for coming in, man. The Yankees are going to the ALCS, man. I'm happy. That definitely made me happy, man. And I love hearing that song after we win the series. New York, dun, 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 these little town blues. I'm leaving today. Somebody's wife or girlfriend is like, what the fuck? You don't know I do A and B selections every now and again in the shop. You know, sexy chocolate. Mic drop. And but I appreciate y'all coming through tonight. And man, Kanye is definitely dominating our airwaves continuously. So I know we'll navigate over there. I want to introduce the Paulie Malignaggi with Devin Haney. The fuck? I'm confused. Is that Chris Paul? Anyways, I'm done. And so I'm not emotional as it pertains to this subject. this gets no emotion out of me because I'm a whole person type of thought, especially when I got time. You know, every now and again I get emotional and I do knee jerk reactions. But Devin said, "Can't no white boy beat me." Paulie Malignaggi said, "This white boy can beat you." So I'm like, Devin, go ahead and enjoy your birthday. Enjoy the holiday season with your family. You had a hell of a year. I think you're second to Carissa Shields for Fighter of the Year. I think you've done a hell of a job in the ring. You undisputed. And then you prepare January 2nd, for whatever date that is, going to be March and April, and you beat the shit out of Lomachenko. That's my thoughts. This fight is going to be, it's going to tap into those racial type conversations similar to Kovalev and Ward and all that shit. And it is what it is. That's going to be the undertone of this conversation. I don't give a fuck at this point. I think it's a hell of a fight. I think Devin can beat him. Right now, before I saw Devin fight Saturday, I favored Lomachenko. But now that I saw Devin fight, I think his range, he's so rangy. And he knows what he's doing in that ring. So right now, I would favor Devin 52-48, 53-47 right now. Keep it a buck with y'all. And Devin, just get better. Enjoy your fucking holidays. Talk as much shit as you want to, but you the undisputed champion, dog. It's like when have you ever been great at something and the person who could never obtain what you've accomplished is talking? You know, some of y'all are doctors out there, lawyers, lab techs, carpentry, mechanics. It's like me talking about a mechanic. You should have did it. I ain't never been under a hood outside of changing spark plugs and fluids. I mean, I have common sense. Whatever I take apart, I put it back. But in terms of, nah, I'm not the guy. You know what I mean? This is basically Paulie Malignaggi. He's never been undisputed. He's had every chance possible. And actually, race played a part in him getting fights. You get what I'm saying? Race played a part in his longevity. You understand? He's from Bedford-Stuyvesant, the livest one. Oh, no, Bensonhurst, right? So he got that Danny Garcia fight because he's from Brooklyn. You get what I'm saying? So my thought process is Devin beat Lomachenko ass, and in your interview, say whatever the fuck you want to say. You know what I mean? And that's it. I know everyone's gonna be emotional and cry racism. Why the fuck we crying racism? We not gonna play victim now when we threw the first punch. That's one thing we ain't gonna do. Devin gonna whip that motherfucker ass. Lomachenko. It's gonna be a hard fight now. Prepare, whoop his ass, and we rolling. That's it. That's my mindset. You know, it's like me walking up to Kenny Porter, shaking his hand. No, it's probably on site. You get what I'm saying? It is what it is. It is what it is, man. You know what I mean? And if we in Las Vegas, he better not attempt it. I'm gonna say that right now. It's gonna be a lot of slow singing, the flower bringing. I'm joking, but anyways, man, the point I want to make is stand your ground laws are real, and so is 911. But as I digress, now we ain't taking no back steps now, man. Fuck that shit. Nah, we ain't taking no back steps. Nah, this nigga, Devin has the ability when he's on his shit, he can beat Lomachenko. It's simple. If Lomachenko's on his shit, he could beat Lomachenko. So that's where I'm at. You know what I mean? I haven't seen, I really ain't seen, who the hell is Lonnie Walker? They got a guy named Lonnie Walker the fourth starting at forward for the Lakers. I've never heard of him. Never heard of him. I don't even know what he looked like. I probably walked by him a few times. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Draymond Green is starting. Y'all better not ever say in sports, if he was black. They sent Draymond to the Bahamas for 2 days and be like, hey, come back. Yeah, you're gonna play Tuesday against LeBron. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Y'all better not ever say again, man, if he was black, man, they would have kicked him out the NBA. Well, here's your black example. It's about the money. It's about how valuable you are. You know what I mean? Shit, if you valuable, they gonna find a way to keep you. You know, oh, Lonnie, you used to play with the Spurs? Okay. Number 4. I'm about to find out who he is. And congratulations to the Golden State Warriors on winning another championship. But yeah, man, it's go time, man. Devin's rolling right now, man. Devin is really in his bag right now. I know some people don't like how he's winning, but he's winning and he's in his bag. And I'm enjoying the young fella in his bag. You know, I'm critical of some things. I'm gonna be critical of everything. But at the end of the day, Lincoln, come here. I'm gonna tell you what the Hawthorns care about. It's gonna take them a minute. Because I preach this to Lincoln all the time. Lincoln and Kennedy and Dre. I bet Kennedy follows him. I bet you Kennedy follows him. Oh, Russell Westbrook is starting. They got Patrick Beverly starting too? That's stupid. Why the hell Patrick Beverly starting? I knew you was going to follow him downstairs. No, but anyways, I got a question for you, Lincoln, because I want people to understand how important that this message is that we talk about as Hawthorns. You got to come on the mic, man. You got to come on the mic. What do we say about emotions?
Don't let emotions control you.
Don't let him. Don't say it louder. Talking to the
Don't
mic.
let emotions control you. You control your own emotions.
And what do Hawthorns only care about? What?
Results.
Results. What's the S word we use all the time? Results, but it's Hawthorns only care about
Solutions.
Solutions. Say it in the mic.
Solutions.
Solutions. Good night. Love you. I don't play with that emotional shit, man. I don't. Oh, sorry. I don't play about emotions, man. Fred don't make emotional decisions, man. And make sure y'all go get 9 Wise, man. Let's take that off the screen. Nah, we ain't dealing with no emotions. And I ain't gonna even front. I haven't watched anybody's video, but if someone's complaining about racism with Paulie, if a black YouTuber is crying racism with Paulie Malignaggi, they ain't never won shit. Man, come on, man. We passed this shit. It's go time. Devin Haney is talented enough to beat his ass. We ain't gonna throw the first punch and then hide our hands. Nah, we ain't doing that. Dev can beat that motherfucker ass, man. That's the mindset. Beat his ass. That's all I care about. Beat, man. That I ain't gonna lie. That Devin Haney, that fought Kambosos, that Devin Haney can beat Lomachenko, man. With distance and jabbing and clinching. And look how physical Devin was in the clinches, man. Man, let's just call us, man. Devin was very physical. I've never seen Devin that physical. He said, instead of clinching, I'm gonna be a little bit more physical. You know what I mean? They probably had a conversation with him about clinching because it's a TV fight. And I know people were complaining. I saw something. Who said something? I saw something on Instagram. Shit. I want to give him credit about clinching. Was it Boxing Ego? Maybe it was Boxing Ego. But that's a production conversation. And I'm willing to bet. I don't know. I haven't spoken to the Haneys. I'm willing to bet that they had a conversation about, hey, this is a TV fight. ESPN don't want all that holding. And that's the reality of it. Shit, they into making money. They don't want Devin holding. And Devin is good enough not to hold. It was ego. Thank you, dog. Ego. Thank you. And he's good enough not to hold. This man. I didn't say Devin was a perfect fighter. But that motherfucker can beat Lomachenko. And it ain't going to be like, it's not going to be an easy fight. Okay, so when I'm saying he could beat Lomachenko's ass, I'm not saying, he's going to wash him. He ain't going to wash him. He's he just gonna win, you know, and it's gonna be a big party in New York. That fight gonna be in New York. I think so. Nah, I think they want to charge people for that fight. I think that fight might be in Vegas. Charge the hell out of people for that one. Because that fight sells, man. I think they can do MGM Garden, get 14,000 people in there for that fight for sure. You know, but that's where I'm at with that. And you guys feel free. You guys, that clinching shit was a production. You know, they probably spoke to Team Haney about I don't know if they did or didn't, but they probably spoke to him about clinching. Hey, they said you clinched 50. What's up, DJ? The undefeated Eagles, man. The undefeated. Now, I won't be. Bob don't do pay-per-view. You know, he do cap salaries, man. Bob don't want to deal with that shit, man. You know, but imagine we get that fight for free, and we paying, and we fucking paying for that shit. You know what I mean? We fucking paying for Andy Ruiz and Wilder Helenas. You know. But it is what it is. Al Haymon needs welfare. But and then part two, the other part of the conversation was these gatekeepers, man. These gatekeepers don't get enough negative attention. These gatekeepers that we have in the black community that tells these fighters, Mario Barrios, that shit was the worst. I know everybody streamed that shit. That shit must have did 75,000 buys, man. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. And that's only in Florida. St. Pete. No one outside of St. Pete bought that fight. You know, it was San Antonio and St. Pete. That's it. LeBron with the pull-up. Missed it, though. You know, LeBron chasing Kareem this year. That's impressive, man. That's super impressive. And then Steph Curry going to be right behind him and pass him. Quite possibly. But yeah, man, that's where I'm at, man. I think these gatekeepers do hold the black community back so far. You know what I mean? So far back, man. And I think it's time that we hold them accountable. We got gatekeepers like Jay-Z, gatekeepers like Diddy. As you can see how powerful Diddy is now, right? Yeah, we haven't seen Johnny Rice. Shout out to Johnny Rice, man. Can Johnny Rice get a fight? You know, Al Haymon's a gatekeeper. I mean, the list goes on and on. All these gatekeepers, man, holding these black people back, man. You know, yeah, LeBron has some disagreements with him during COVID for sure. But LeBron is being used by the Democratic Party, man. LeBron James is afraid to say anything about God. He only talks about Democrat talking points. Go through his tweets when he's talking. He only talks about Democratic talking points. You know what I mean? That's it. We should do a show on that. LeBron James Democratic talking points. But we got to wait till a rapper gets shot and he's gonna say, you know, or God forbid a civilian gets shot. You know, we got to wait for that. Even though he's probably the greatest father in NBA history publicly, you know, the cleanest, never been to jail. I love that about LeBron. I think he should talk about that more. Like how I talk about my family. He should talk about his family more and how his family has principles, and his son was caught smoking weed one time and we ain't seen it since. Woo, with the shimmy. Woo, Steph with the shimmy. You know, it's I think LeBron should talk about that a lot more, you know, because he's a hell of a father, hell of a leader at home. And I respect that about him. But he's a crybaby. He's definitely he would definitely pander to the refs though. But he panders to the Democratic Party too fucking much, man. God damn. Anyhow, man. So I think we got to get rid of these motherfucking I'm over at these phone lines too. Like these Al Haymons. And by the way, yeah, his sons get a lot of hate, but that's expected, you know. That's expected. Man, when you in the 1% of 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 the 1%, that means there's a likelihood that 99.9% chance of the people hating you. You know, behind the back. Ooh, good play. But I'm over at these phone lines. So that's where I'm at with this, man. It's time, man. The things that Diddy is doing to or being allowed. He's gonna say I didn't do it, but that his network is doing, because the Breakfast Club is owned by Revolt, and Revolt, it also owns Drink Champs. So now that Drink Champs, so the first place Nori went was the Breakfast Club. And he's like, I'm black. I'm like, what are you black for? Like, that shit make no sense. I didn't watch that interview. I just saw an excerpt, man. I think he's corny. I think he's weak. I think he doesn't have a backbone. I thought he was a rapper. I thought all these rappers are tough. The one thing we have learned during COVID is that these rappers, civilians are tougher than rappers. Civilians are much tougher than rappers, dog. Rappers they don't want to go to jail. They always hiring lawyers. I thought if you a gangster rapper and you a gangster, I thought going to jail is like, you know, a reward. Like that's status quo, you know? Shit, these niggas be crying. And then they get mad for people snitching. Hey, why are people gangbangers talking about, oh man, what you doing, man? You snitching. I'm not a gangbanger. Nah, I don't want you in the community, dog. I want you out of here. And I was having a conversation with someone earlier, and it was so true. Men and women with morals are like weird now. I like weird to me. And I made this point. Let me know how you feel about this. Isn't twerking outdated now? I don't want to see no more twerking. Twerking is weak to me now. Like it's over. Y'all been twerking too long. And two, I don't like how when women twerk with their tongue out. I think that's like, I'm ghetto. No, I'm not weird. No, it's not weird having morals, but they ostracize people with morals. Oh no, you can't do that. No, you can't have two parents. Nah, you can't speak. You can't pronounce every syllable. You know, you can't have two parents. You can't have a bedtime. You can't treat people with respect. You know, who is this woman? Stephanie Reddy? Nah, she's not ready. Stephanie Reddy don't need to be doing no NBA sideline reporting, dog. Nah, you ain't it, Stephanie. I'm sorry. Stephanie done gained 40 pounds since college. Look at this. What are we doing? Everybody Google Stephanie Reddy, dog. Y'all let me know. Is she worthy of being a sideline reporter? Hell nah. That's like Holly Rowe. Why is Holly Rowe? Man, I'm all off subject, man. Man, I should have had I don't know why I didn't have TV in my other house, man, in my office. This shit is like heaven, man. Man, now on Thursdays I can watch TNT basketball. Damn. Draymond and Jordan Poole are on the court together. Anyways, man. So that's kind of how I feel, man. And getting back to Devin. Devin's gonna be quite fine. He got a birthday coming up, I believe. I don't know how, 23, 24, 25, somewhere in there. Go ahead and go to your island, go jump off some yachts, have a great time. You know what I mean? And take care of your family. Go buy an apartment building. Go buy some assets. Go invest in some Amazon stock, you know, some Google stock, some secure stocks, man. And live your best life. And January 2nd, you'll be in Oakland at Snack. He goes to Snack first, right? He goes to Snack and then he goes to, I don't know. Or maybe he goes Vegas first for pre-camp and then he'll go to Snack and then he'll come down to Vegas and finish camp, and then he'll go to New York or Vegas and beat the shit out of Lomachenko. I like that fight. I'm gonna love the build up to that fight. I'm gonna love the build up to that fight, man. I'm gonna love. And then I saw something. I didn't watch Blue Blood's video, but I saw a title that said the fight was fixed. Wilder's fight was fixed. I was waiting on that. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I was waiting on someone to say that the fight was fixed. I was waiting. And come on, guys. Come on, guys. Wilder is 10 times, 9 times better than Helenius, dog. Man, we got to put some respect on Wilder's name. Wilder's a hell of a fighter, man. He's only lost to one man, and I think that's the only man that can beat him. I think Wilder would be the favorite against most guys. But to say that fight was fixed is ridiculous. Nah, Wilder's a hell of a fighter, man. He's not a middleweight. He's not a welterweight. But he bad, man. Wilder a bad son of a gun, man. Y'all gotta put some respect on his name. Hey, that right hand shoots out like, shoosh, like you wouldn't believe, man. That gotta be one of the man. Damn. Man, he didn't even pivot on that right hand. He didn't even get full extension. Oh, you don't like Wilder? You think Wilder trash? You think he trash? Really? Y'all got to call in. How about y'all beam in? Y'all talking all this trash. Y'all beam in and explain yourself, man. That's all you got to do is beam in. You know, beam in, cam up, beam in, and explain yourself. That's all you got to do. Nah, Wilder right now is the second best heavyweight in the world. I think, yeah, and especially because he fought before Anthony Joshua, so he's the third best heavyweight, right? Because you got Fury, Usyk, then Wilder, right? I like all those fights. I think Wilder can win all those fights. I really do. I think he can win all those fights. No cap. I want to see him. Do y'all want to see Wilder Fury 4? Anybody? I want to see it after everything is done. You know what I mean? Like that would be like the natural build back up, you know. I don't want to see it like, oh, we got to do this next. Nah, I don't want to see that shit. Nah, I don't want to see it. Nah. Oh, we need part 4? You want to see it? I don't want to see it next though. Nah. I don't want to see it next. I would want to see it after somebody beats Usyk or Usyk beats them. Wilder, Joshua. I would like to see Wilder, Joshua next. I want to see Wilder, Joshua. But Al Haymon ain't gonna let nobody out. You know, he gonna see what he can get from that Andy Ruiz. But Wilder say he want to fight 3 times, right? So I'm real interested how this shit gonna work out. I'm real interested to see how this shit gonna get interesting. Wilder already casting a wide net. You know, he said ain't no health care for the fighters. Man, I'm liking where this is going. Deontay Wilder and Kanye West are doing. Phew. I like where this is going because I'm with him. You know what I mean? Damn, LeBron James just bullied him. LeBron James? Yeah, Wilder's great at that weight. 214, 217, somewhere in there. Yeah, man. He a bad motherfucker, man. I tell you, him knocking that kid out, I'm like, man, I don't want no parts of him. Hell no. Annie mean? Annie mean? Hell no, man. Steph Curry with the shot. Andrew Wiggins got paid too. Do you want to see Andy Ruiz next, or do you want to see Anthony Joshua next? I want to see Anthony Joshua. I think that's the better fight. I think it makes the most sense. It gets us excited about the sport. And no, another thing I want to talk about too, man. I got like 40 topics tonight. I'm sorry, y'all. How the fuck is David Benavidez fighting Uzataki, dog? How the fuck is this fight happening? Come on, y'all. Come on. Enough is enough, y'all. Enough is enough. AJ, I'm with y'all. AJ. Enough is enough, man. Yo, this is insane. First of all, Lonnie B beat Uzataki, right? Why is the loser being rewarded? Think about this shit. This man is being rewarded for losing to Lonnie B, getting knocked down and everything on Tank's undercard. What the fuck is going on, man? So you don't reward the winner. He don't get a fight. Man, this shit is insane. I'm telling you, man, Al Haymon, I don't know, man. I guess they don't like Lonnie B, man. They ain't got no love for Lonnie B. Man, failed the drug test too. November last year. He damn sure did. Failed the drug test, lost his comeback fight, and now he gets to fight David Benavidez. Man, ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? At least we gonna get, man, I ain't gonna lie. Say what you want about Top Rank. These motherfuckers are fighting. We got Joe Smith versus Benavidez. When we gonna get something like that at PBC, dog? Keep it above. The last really competitive fight we got was Fonfara, Lubin, and Spence versus what's the guy's name? Ugas. Those were the two competitive fights we got this shit on PBC. Stevie Fulton, Roman was predictable. That shit was easy. Tank versus Rolly. That shit was a meteor trick. Who else fought? Jamal Charlo was canceled. By the way, is Jamal Charlo back better? Is his back better? I just got a question. Is his back still injured? Or is he fighting in December too? So here's the card. J-Rock's fighting in December, Chris Ariola's fighting in December, and Jamal Charlo's fighting in December. They all fighting in December, y'all. They all fighting in December. Charlo Harrison too was December before COVID, man. You think that was the last? Nah, I give him credit for Lubin Fundora. I knew that had a chance to be fight of the year. That shit was a hell of a fight. That shit was a hell of a fight, man. I wish Lubin would have pulled that shit out, man. We got to get little Fundora. Not get rid of him, but you know, he's overhyped. You know, I think, you know, I could be wrong, but who am I? But yeah, man. It's yeah, I don't know what the hell we gonna do with this shit, man. PBC, everybody fighting in December though. All these motherfuckers fighting in December. I don't know if did y'all hear this shit? Let me y'all ain't heard this, but let me play this.
Who do you want to fight? Anybody? You can fight anyone. Honestly, right now, I just want to get busy. Okay. Active, man. That's the correct. But you look skinny. We should get back in the ring like sometime in December before the year ends, man. I got to get a fight before the year ends, so got one in talking to Al, and before the year ends, we're gonna get another fight in, and
yeah, I'm gonna get another fight in. I'm gonna call Al. So J-Rock, Jamal and Chris Ariola are fighting in December. You heard it first on Barbershop Conversations. Chris Ariola is right now talking to Al. You know, Chris Ariola, the kind of guy to knock on your door too. Hey, yo, Al, you told me I was fighting in December. I wonder, does he really talk to Al? Or is that Joe Goosen's job? We got to get Al Haymon out of boxing, dog. We got to. Him and Oscar. We got. I mean, yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Al is. He used these fighters, man, to wash that hedge fund money. But y'all don't hear me though. Y'all think I'm hating. Adame, I think Odame. I think that's a hell of a fight, especially with Jamal Charlo coming, not fighting for 2 years. Adame can get him. Yeah, B-Man. You want to holler at me, B-Man? Yeah, B-Man. There's the B-Man. The phone number's at the bottom of the screen. Let's see what the score of the baseball game is. The Yankees won today, baby. Yay, yay. Oh, shit, it's over. Oh, the Phillies beat the Padres. I need the Padres to win because I want to drive down to San Diego for the World Series. So I'm rooting. They did. Everything is on pay-per-view. Fox is not paying for fights anymore. We're paying for the fights. That's why Fox only uses the pay-per-view model. You know, so they're trying to trick us. Don't be surprised if Crawford and Earl end up on Fox. Inactivity kills careers, Anthony. Yep, inactivity kills careers, Anthony. What's up, man?
Nothing much, man. I see you on that. I see you on that BS again tonight.
What BS?
You, man, just like you don't really like boxing. Like you just doing this just to get on here and just to talk or something. I mean, because people who like boxing, we just want to see some fights. I mean, we will. Look, I don't go out to clubs. I don't do any of that stuff. So my treat is when I can get a fight, whether it's pay-per-view or not. Or you just really tight and you don't like to pay. I think that's more of your complaint than anything, is you don't like to pay for the fights.
All the above. E.
I'm
not gonna lie to you. Hell no. Nah. Not when I got Shane Mosley versus Vernon Forrest for free. Meldrick Taylor versus Chavez versus what's the light-skinned brother name?
You talking 30 years ago.
But that's how I was raised, you know.
It's new now, Fred. You gotta move with the times.
I got Teofimo Lopez, Teofimo versus Loma for free.
You still gotta move with the times, man. Everybody not free. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
no, it's just bad.
Teofimo and Lopez, Teofimo and Loma. I mean, they're not big in our communities anyway.
You said fights. See, now you changing the goalposts. You said fights. You said fights.
I'm talking, but this is
don't go out
community, right?
No. We're not changing. No. See, there you go. You're changing the conversation. The conversation is
we'll stick to fights.
At
whether
that time,
whether it's free or if I had to pay for it, that is my treat. I'm going to pay for it.
Feel free.
I'm going to watch the free ones too. And eventually, guess what you're going to get? If those guys get big enough, you're going to get them on pay-per-view because they're going to want more money. Right?
I'm talking about now.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, it's a lot of fights on for free now. It ain't just T.O. and Lomo. You can see a bunch of fights for free. I see one every weekend just about for free. It may not be somebody I'm necessarily looking forward to watching, but it's a free fight out there.
Man, you changing the conversation, but it's cool. It's cool.
I'm not.
I'm
keeping it right here. Unboxing. Period.
Nah.
I'm just saying, one way or another, I'm gonna watch it.
I'm talking about quality fights, man.
You think T.O. and Loma was a quality fight? I thought that was one of the worst fights that I've watched in years.
You can't predict what happens in the ring. All you can do is match them.
Well, yeah, I mean, I understand that, but still, it wasn't a big. It was.
Tell me a better fight. Tell me a better fight. Because you obviously come in here to protect Mr. Haymon.
I don't know Mr. Haymon to protect him. Let's get that straight. I don't know him at all. I'm just talking.
I said obviously you're coming in here to protect Mr. Haymon.
No, I don't know him to protect him. I'm only talking about what I know about boxing and what I enjoy. That's it. You don't like to pay for fights. I don't mind.
Oh, I don't want to pay for nothing. I want to get as much out of this for free as I can. I pay taxes. I'm about to drop 6 figures on taxes in December. I want as much as I can get for free. I don't want to be a consumer. I want to be a producer. That's my goal. And we got King.
Guess what you do with that? When you make that statement, you know what you do? You take that money that's in your bank account and you get out there and you throw an event. And guess what? Now you're not the consumer, you are the producer. But for you to talk about the ones who are producing the content that you enjoy, I mean, come on, man, you can't have it both ways. You're gonna have to pay for some you're gonna get for free. But if you want to do it a different way, you got to take your money out of the bank. You trying to spend everybody else's money. How you think they should spend it?
You're not making sense because because I am not a matchmaker. I am great at what I do, and because of I am a consumer of boxing, preferably free, I have the right to critique it because I am spending my time that I can't get back. I'm spending my ESPN subscription. I pay whatever I pay with this YouTube TV. I'm paying for it. So I'm paying minimum. However, I'm paying for it. And I have the right to critique it. And if you can start back in January, there's no way in hell Luis and Charles Martin is a pay-per-view fight. It's no way in hell Keith Thurman versus Barrios is a pay-per-view fight. It's just no way. Nowhere is it, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, because if you look it up, you'll see that people paid for it, you know. So that's your opinion, and you are entitled to your opinion. But when you say critique boxing, you're not critiquing boxing anymore. Now you're critiquing how another person is handling the business.
No, I'm critiquing boxing. I'm critiquing boxing.
No, I'm saying you critiquing boxing now, but when you go and you start talking about the other things, then you're not critiquing boxing. You're critiquing the business of
You're
boxing.
The reason why Bob Arum is still in business. You are the exact reason. We got King Kuda coming in. What's up, man?
What's up, brother? How you doing? What's going on, Fred? What's going on, A Motors?
What's up, man?
Now, I always got a question. I get where both of you guys are coming from. Could it be the possibility you're talking about, hey, you know what? Yes, as a team, I think if we all put money in on it, I think it won't be a problem. And also, you don't have no problem paying, but you say you rather see it free because they should pay these boxers already because they have the time to get paid.
No, I would pay for a pay-per-view fight. Wilder versus AJ, I'll pay for it.
Okay.
Spence versus Crawford, I'll pay for it.
No, I understand you'll pay for it. We all pay.
Oh, well, you got to pay for your phone bill. But at the end of the day, no, they're giving us trash on pay-per-view. And because you can't admit it, because, I mean, you like being a contrarian on this show, and that's fine. But the reality is $75 is a lot to pay for pay-per-view when you can't even pronounce the opponent's name.
Well, I mean, if I can't be there and I want to see the fight, you know, it's my choice, my prerogative to pay for it. They're not forcing me to pay for it. If I choose to pay for it, that's fine. That's my choice. You choose not to pay for a fight. You understand what I'm saying? You don't get to watch it. You just get to watch the highlights, or you have to steal it.
Right.
Okay. But to say that somebody's doing something wrong because they're conducting a legitimate business transaction, that is nothing wrong with that, bro. It's nothing wrong with that. That's just like you putting together your short film. Imagine somebody just sitting back critiquing. Fred should have put this on there for free. We shouldn't have to pay nothing for this film.
Right.
This should be free. Would
Right.
you appreciate that? No,
No,
you wouldn't appreciate that.
I just disagree. They can say what they want. I just disagree with them.
And I agree. This is your opinion and everything. I'm just calling to tell you, hey, I don't feel the same way. But you wouldn't appreciate that at all. If they were saying that loud enough to put a damper on your business, causing you to lose money, you wouldn't like it. And at the bottom line, you say you are concerned and you care about these fighters, but you are going in here and telling people what they should not do because of how you feel about it, which is affecting who? The fighters. At the end of the day, it's affecting their bottom line.
No,
it is. Before I forget, the most competitive fight this year, in my opinion, was Charlo and Castano, whatever his name, Castano. That was the best and most competitive fight this year, if you ask me.
I don't think it was competitive. I think it was entertaining. 1 second, we got 903. 903, what's up?
What's up, Fred, baby?
Hey, how you feel, dog?
Say, man, anything that you put on has failed, but you have the audacity to talk about Al Haymon and his potential failure with PBC.
Ooh.
Your first movie you put out failed. Your second movie you put out failed. Your book you put out failed. Your backpack giveaway you put out failed. So how do you have the audacity to talk about someone else and their business doings? I don't get it, Fred.
Because
Can you answer that for me?
Because I'm a failure.
Okay, man. Well,
I'd like to add to that.
You answered it for everybody, man.
I'd like to add to that. Because I don't know anything. I don't know much about your business to know if anything that you did was successful or not. But what I would say is that for somebody like me, and you know this from the first time I called in, I just would say put your money where your mouth is.
It is.
You understand what I'm saying? No, it's not. No, it's not, because you have just sat here and told me I'm not an expert. I'm not a matchmaker. I'm not this. I'm not that. But you have spoken to several matchmakers. Okay, Bob Arum wasn't a matchmaker when he first went into the boxing game, just like no more than Al Haymon was a matchmaker when he first went into the game. The bottom line, Fred, is you have to put your money where your mouth is. You talking about it. We want to see you do something about it. We want to see what Fred can do. How can Fred make it better? Fred has the money. And obviously you got some people that are willing to support your movement. Why don't y'all put that together? Because hey, like you said, we are consumers. We're gonna buy the product if it's good, or if it's entertaining enough for us, we're gonna buy it. Oh no,
that's not my. Okay, I'm a journalist, and my job was to be a journalist, and I have the right to critique it. I'm not. So why don't you manufacture a car? Why don't you go build a car?
I ain't complaining about the cars I get.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You're asking people to do what they don't do.
No.
My job. No, listen.
I'll listen. Go ahead.
My job is to critique. I am a journalist. When I was on the field, I bought plane tickets. I bought hotel rooms. I drove my car. I spent hours away from home, weekends away from home. I did my part. I lost $100,000 a year fighting for the truth and didn't stop. All I had to do was apologize, and I didn't apologize. I'm the only media member probably in the history of the sport that gave up $100,000 for the truth. While every other media watch, oh, Fred crazy, Fred this, Fred that. I was making $10,000 a month.
Hold up, back up.
$7,000 to $12,000 a month.
Back up, because I maybe I just didn't know you back then. I wasn't listening to
you. Don't know the full story.
So what truth were you fighting for? And
I don't want to get back into that.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's just long.
Because at this point,
it's out there though.
At this point, I get it. I get it. Okay, something happened, and now you're here to get on your soapbox and bang away at what you don't like. I get it. You, like you said, you're media, so you're here to spread your narrative. All right. I mean, okay. I get it. It's just talking. I get it.
Right. Okay. So Al Haymon is great point. I'm glad you brought that up. So Al Haymon, hey, they got to get rid of this sideline reporter. She's not worthy. Anyways, as I digress, if Al Haymon's business model is so great, one, why does he have two fighters publicly talking about they want to fight? Inactivity is killing his career. Two, he's only sold out one event in the past. Ooh, damn, man, he's only sold out one event. That was Tank Davis. You know, Earl Spence did good numbers, but it wasn't a sellout. You know, I'm not sure what Wilder did. What did Wilder do this weekend? You know,
I don't know. I don't know.
The money and the numbers just isn't there. You know, and that's just the reality of it. It's failing. These fighters can't get fight dates. If you're asking someone to do their job based off of their job title, Al Haymon has a 702 phone number that you can call for Haymon Boxing. It's listed. You should call him.
What? Listen. What I can tell you is that the same amount of fights that Top Rank put on, it's the same amount of fights on the PBC side.
That's a lie.
So, no, that's true. And I talked about this same thing. I talked about the same thing probably 2 weeks ago when y'all were saying that, and I said I looked it up right then, and I said if it was 10 at that time or 12 at that time, they both had put on 12 shows. It was equal. It wasn't anything different about it. Besides, you think that the fights, you would like to have the fights free, which of who wouldn't say they would like to have the fight free, you know? But at the end of the day, just like people used to want to go to 112 and they will stand in line all night, and some people would say, I want to get in now, and they would give the guy extra money to skip the line. You have to choose what you want to do, man. Nobody's putting a gun to your head and saying, hey, you got to buy this fight. No one's forcing anyone to do it.
The numbers are dropping as to the people that are buying the fights, that are attending the fights. The numbers are dwindling astronomically.
They would, Fred. We're still in a pandemic.
No,
people are still out of work.
We're in a recession. We're not in a pandemic anymore.
Okay. All right. Well, whatever you want, whichever way you want to call it. It started with a pandemic, and now, it's a recession. But at the end of the day, it's going to be like that when you have these type of situations. I mean, that's just reality, man. That's the way, I mean, just a circle, man. And things happen. It'll all start coming back.
When?
I don't know, but it always does.
Check the PBC schedule, because you say they put on as many fights as
Yeah, they had just as many shows in 2022.
Show me what's the next fight in PBC.
I don't know what the next fight is. I hear a lot of talk about it. I mean, they say they got a fight coming in December.
December what?
I don't know, Fred. I'm just telling you what I hear as far as the conversation all throughout, YouTube. They talking about Tank Davis going to fight in December.
Show me facts. Show me the car facts. What's up, King Cooter?
What's going on, brother? I think we got disconnected last time. What I was saying was, I think if these fighters was getting paid, I love you too, baby. If these fighters was getting more respected pay, then they would be more willing to take these type of chances, but they're not getting paid. So I'm like, see how much you're going to give me, and then we'll talk. Because when you look at it, if you're not doing what Floyd doing, you're not going to get this amount of input that you're supposed to be getting. So I think if they was getting better respected pay for what they were doing, and you don't got to worry about piracy, people stealing it because they want to see the fight so bad, but they can't pay for it. You know what I mean? So it's like this. If it was broadcast like the Super Bowl, more people would get into it. But because it's not, because they're not getting paid the way it's supposed to, it's a dirty game. They are being selfish. Say for example, the Earl Spence and Terrence Bud Crawford fight. They being selfish with how much a person should get. And I'm gonna sign whatever I need to sign to prove I'm gonna be the best I could possibly be. But at the same time, yo, you know what I'm gonna bring to the table. I know what I bring to the table. You're not in this gym doing what I'm doing, sacrificing what I'm making. Pay me and pay me the right way. You know what I mean? And why not? Because you're gonna get more money if you pay me properly. You pay me 50 mil, you pay me 50 mil, we get 100 mil a piece. Then you're gonna talk about the sales we're gonna get. We sell off our likeness. That's the reason why boxing is doing the way it is, in my personal opinion.
It's not the market is killed, man. I don't know if y'all really understand what the hell y'all really saying. Did y'all see those 20,000 people in that saw Carissa Shields? Did y'all see that?
Yeah.
They never. The reason why that happens, understand me. They don't give away free tickets.
Okay.
They promote. Even if PBC is doing bad, you can't give free tickets. You can't, because it'll spread. Like, oh, they give away free. You ain't got to worry about it, man. Just wait till the fight. So it ain't gonna be a sellout.
Oh, okay.
You killing the market. You oversaturating the market. It's the same thing with everything in life. You can't.
It's a product.
Yeah, you can't do that on Saturday. Oh, we giving away Sean Porter versus Ugas. They was giving away thousands of tickets. Thousands of tickets. No, if they don't pay, they don't come.
Hold up. Explain how that saturates the market.
Because if the consumer know they can get it for free, they're not.
I ain't gonna get it.
Hey, it's simple math. Everybody knows at PBC they're gonna give away tickets if it don't sell.
Okay, but it didn't sell.
So they give away free tickets. Just like Fundora. Nobody bought tickets for Fundora. All those tickets were free.
Okay, so what you complaining about?
No, I'm not complaining. But the point I'm making, I'm not complaining about getting a ticket free. But you talking about paying the fighters. If you want to pay the fighters, you got to build the fighters. You got to make the fights so people like you, me, and all of us will be interested in paying. It was 16,000 people at Wilder's fight. That's a good number. That's a great number.
Okay, basically, if Bob Arum spent more time promoting Terrence Bud Crawford when they was put together, he probably will have more people to come and see him.
I mean, yeah, that's common. Yeah, for sure. Bob, Eddie. I think Eddie does a hell of a job. He does the best he can do. He does hour-long interviews, man. I don't watch him, but I see him on my feed. 37 minutes, 50 minutes, 13 minutes.
And it could be
he's consistent with it, yes.
And that could be the possible reason why Floyd went to the Zone, right?
I mean, the Zone is paying for content. So the Zone would love the market Floyd Mayweather. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
we got Floyd Mayweather on the Zone. They're just building the content, you know, and so all the above is true, yes. Because remember, Floyd said, I only do business with Showtime. He did say that.
Yeah, and especially so if you go on the Zone, it's like, okay, we're gonna get the bag.
Not bad, Michael Fuller. What's up, Michael Fuller? Dr. Fuller.
What's going on?
What's up,
What's going on? No, you good. Yeah, I think these guys need to just work on their mouthpiece. I mean, social media is too big right now. Yeah. Social media, the world is way too small now with all the different media outlets. I mean, if they work on their mouthpiece, you know, Floyd sold tickets because when he went in front of the camera, he knew how to speak. Yeah, I mean, you appeal to the people. You move the human spirit through written and spoken language. That's how you move the human spirit. So, I mean, these guys, really no excuse for them not to be global, especially when you look at fighters like Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence. All you need is to set the image, and then you need a mouthpiece. You need to be able to speak well.
Right.
Well, that's what we talked about last time. Is the fighters need to do a better job of promoting themselves.
Yeah, that's the key. I mean, they have the talent.
So what's Tom Brown's job then?
Who's that?
I don't know who
the promoter. Is she a promoter?
TGB, yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah. So basically, what he's saying is like, yo,
never seen him promote.
If I'm paying you to promote, then promote. If we gonna get a residue to promote, then promote. I'm gonna do my job, but it takes a team. Promote, put it on. Instead of me doing everything by myself.
The fighters probably need more like a image, someone that manages their image, like a publicist or something like that.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about, Fred. We're not talking about who did you say, TGB or something?
That's the promoter.
That's a promoter.
I know, but we're not talking about that part. The promoters in that aspect are doing their part as far as promoting it commercially. But we're talking about the fighters being better known, being more of a household name nationally, and worldwide. They have to get on there and present themselves, so people will be be looking forward to and expecting their fights.
Yeah, all
with
that
social media.
Yeah, but have you seen a Tom Brown interview?
No,
have you seen
any? See it? I don't want to see a Tom Brown interview.
I'm gonna check it out.
Oh my gosh, that's the promoter. You telling people to do their job, right? What's up, Jerry? I got you in a second. You telling people to do their job? Tell the promoter to do his or her job. Promote.
But if they're setting up fighter conferences, things like that's fine. I mean, that's his job. We're not talking about when the fight comes about and then we're going to promote the fight. We're saying that the fighters themselves are not known well enough, and people don't know them, and they're not coming out to pay for their fight because they don't have a personal, feeling or whatever with the fighter. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to get the casuals, you're getting the hardcores anyway.
You still not? No, you're making an excuse for the promoter.
No, you're missing our point. That's what it is. You started talking about the promoter and the company, and we're telling you that these fighters should be on social media promoting themselves, talking to people on a regular, just putting themselves out there on a regular basis.
So I should give someone a percentage of my check not to do their job.
No, because their job is done when they start promoting the fight. When you see it being on commercials, when you see these fighters coming together, having these discussions, face-offs, and all that stuff, that's that promoter's job.
Okay, all right.
That's my opinion of it. I mean, I hadn't been as close up, to it.
So when I interview Bob Arum, is that promoting? Is that promoting?
Yes, that's promoting Top Rank.
Okay. If hypothetically I interview Eddie Hearn, is that promoting?
That's promoting Matchroom.
Right. Where's that for PBC?
I don't know. You got to get some of them guys in there if you want to promote PBC.
Oh, search the internet.
I don't know.
I guess you could say Floyd's doing that to some degree, but that's it. I mean,
I would just say that whoever the fighter, whatever his expectations are and agreements are with that promoter in regards to what that promoter's responsibilities are, then that he should make sure it's being carried out. But I don't know to what extent that would be. I don't know. But I would say that if you're not popular enough, it's an easy solution for that based on back in the times when, based on the availability of these media outlets. When you look at Sugar Ray, Hagler, Hearns, Duran, where there was no social media, then you could see them not being, but they're more popular. They were more popular than Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence are today with no social media. So obviously, if the promoters aren't doing their job, then it's up to the fighters to either get rid of them or, promote themselves. But I think it's so easy to do it now. It shouldn't be that big of an issue. Put yourself out there.
But can I ask a question?
Wait. Can we get Jerry off real quick?
Yeah, okay.
All right. No, thank you, dog. Go ahead, Jerry.
What's up, Fred? My point piggybacks off of what Dr. Fuller just said. Back when Hagler and Hearns and even closer, like say the 90s with Riddick Bowe and Holyfield, there was no social media. There was nothing like that for fighters to have any type of outlet to self-promote like they do today. Yet, relatively speaking, boxing as a whole was far more popular then, even as soon back as the 90s. And the further you go back, the more popular it was. If you watch ESPN, which is the biggest format in sports altogether, you can watch ESPN all day, and they might not talk about boxing
forever.
Yeah, weeks can go by, and they do not talk about boxing. HBO is gone. Showtime, most people don't have Showtime. I'm a big boxing fan. I've had Showtime and HBO for years. I'm fixing to cancel Showtime because they're not having any cards. Promoters are fight financiers. That's what they do. Outside of talking good about a fighter, what other activity do they do besides buying ad space and things that they've always done like that? They don't, it's not like they're up doing some clown show, or Bob Arum ain't going to make no rap video. They don't do anything outside of financing the fight and talking good about the fighters. Beyond that, they've never done anything really more than that, unless you go way, way back in the history of boxing, where if a card was coming to town, the promoter would show up a few weeks earlier, stand on the street corner with a bullhorn, put up flyers on telephone poles and shit like that. That's what they would do way, way back in the 30s. But in the modern era of boxing, why the fighters pay the promoters is because they can't finance the fights themselves. They can't get the dates from the networks. Networks are not going to give fighters dates because it's too much liability involved. But they'll give them to the established promoters. They have to sign with the promoters. They can't finance the fights themselves. The key thing about boxing as a whole, with the exception of some places overseas, like Elle was saying a couple weeks ago, and fighters that have huge fan bases due to the regionality, boxing is just a niche sport. It's down across the board. Even Top Rank, who is the best of the best at boxing promotion, it's not like they got a bunch of superstars over there, because they don't. It's the unfortunate nature of the sport right now, and it's affecting PBC more because Showtime is not buying boxing. They're just about out of it, and that's who PBC does business with. If ESPN decides they're not going to put on any cards, watch what happens to Top Rank. They're going to be scuttling and shuffling and hurting just like the PBC is. So I don't know if you can point the blame at any one promoter, or as much as the blame needs to be put on the harsh reality that boxing is way, way down the list in the United States as far as mainstream sports. In fact, it's no longer a mainstream sport.
I agree. I think one of the reasons why, the biggest reason why, if you think about all the different fighters that came up in the past, Marvelous Marvin Hagler, Sugar Ray Leonard, Ali, Joe Frazier, all those guys could speak in front of a microphone. They could sell themselves and they could sell the fight. Obviously, there were some that were more advanced than others, right? But every guy that actually came down through that time frame that made history in the sport and sold tickets had a mouthpiece. I think probably the only one that didn't, that I can think of, was George Foreman. George Foreman.
Marvin Hagler really didn't talk much.
Oh, but if you when they put the mic in front of Hagler before and after fights, he was very articulate. The brother he could put things together and sell the fight. No question about that. Go ahead.
My question is this: if I got multiple championships, how much more conversation do you need to promote myself? My job is to promote my skill, not run my mouthpiece, because the preparation I'm using to run my mouthpiece is not giving me preparation for the work that I'm going up against.
That's part of the job if you want to sell tickets. Like I was saying before, people, and then I think someone else was talking about having a connection with the, with the fans, or even people that are just mainstream. You cross over from just a specific boxing community of fans to mainstream sports fans through your mouthpiece, through your presentation.
Okay.
You have to be willing to do that. You have to be willing to do that. I mean, if you think about it, Sugar Ray Leonard, when he came up, it was people that didn't even like boxing that bought tickets to see him fight, because when he got in front of that mic, he had a mouthpiece. He could sell the fight. He had talent, good looking. There's no reason why Errol Spence couldn't be the second coming of Sugar Ray Leonard. Same pedigree,
but they did have different promoters. I mean, Don King, as much as he may have done wrong in boxing, he was the best at selling fights and creating the story, creating the title, so to speak, for a fight. So they didn't have to do that much work just because of him, and he could create the animosity between two fighters. And when you say what was your name, King
Kuda, yes.
Yeah, when you talk about you don't have to have a mouthpiece. The biggest star of boxing, he talked more than anybody.
No, I ain't say they don't have to.
Yeah,
I'm not saying they don't have to. What I'm saying, like, for example, Deontay Wilder, he's selling himself. Okay. What I mean by they, because when you listen to the interviews, they talk just fine. You know what I mean? I don't get that they don't know how to talk to people because they just down to earth people. Then they're gonna conversate when they need to conversate. You know what I mean? But sometimes when you're an introvert, you just want to be about the business first, and then I have the conversation with you. You know what I mean? Because I have an interview, whatever case may be, but I gotta get to work. You know what I mean? Because I'm about my business. I'm about my conversation is this. You know what I mean? This is how I'm communicating. So to put on the show for you, you know what I mean? But because when I hear them speak, they talk just fine. They eloquent. They in a right sense of mind, sense of humor, all those things. And you like, okay, that person cool. I'm investing in them. They already doing it. But how much that may fit Sugar Leonard's game. But that may fit Ali's game and even Muhammad Ali's game. That's their game. But that don't fit the Mike Tyson, and they don't fit the Devin Haney's. They don't fit their style. They're about their work. And then when they have a conversation with you, but I'm trying to show you a product. And I'm trying to be your entertainment.
Here's what I'm trying to say too, man. When you talk about skill, no matter what field of endeavor you're in, or what level of skill that you get to in that field, you don't really become great until you can use that skill and mobilize others. You really don't. I mean, you'll go so far off of what you can do alone, but until you can mobilize a group of people, and to the extent that you can do that, that defines your greatness. It really does. And so,
let me bring Deacon in. Deacon's been waiting patiently. What's up, Deacon?
Hey, man,
what's up, Fred? I was getting ready to give you some knowledge.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I can wait. I can wait.
That's all right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I thought you because I heard, Jerry.
Go ahead, Deacon.
No, you can finish if you want to.
No, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Hey, salute to you, to all the brothers on the panel. I want to speak to two things. All right, that you had Bob Arum on and you interviewed Arum, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think the question came about why wasn't Terrence Crawford being promoted, right? Like other fighters, he should be a bigger star, right? Bob said, "Listen, that's not my job. Terrence needs to have what's that in my ear? Is some pecking going on?"
That's you.
That's Alpha.
I apologize. I had put the mic down.
That's Alpha's line.
Yeah.
Nope. That's you, Deacon.
That's not me.
All right, let me mute everybody and see here.
Yeah, that's not me.
Go ahead, D.
Yeah,
That's Alpha.
He said that Terrence need to have a personality. He needs to be able to speak more and get out there and mingle with the people. He brought up somebody that would always go in front of the camera, and I thought that was like, damn, I didn't like that. This man paying you to promote him, and he's the fighter. This is what I'm saying to myself, but he stuck to his guns. That Terrence needed to promote himself. That was not his job to do that. His job was to get Terrence fights and do this and that. Terrence needed to promote himself. You remember that? I can't hear you, Fred. You on mute.
Yeah, I'll add to what you're saying. He said that we've tried to get him on these ESPN networks and all these shows, but he just won't do it.
Right. Yeah.
He said he just wouldn't do all these shows that we have on ESPN. He said, but Devin Haney is taking advantage of it. He flew to New York, and coincidentally, that was the week that Devin Haney flew to do remember he did Stephen A. Smith, so it was like perfect timing for Devin Haney to be the cure. It
hasn't worked for Devin Haney though.
Hey, hold up, sir. It's me and Fred right now. Give me a minute now. I was patient. Go ahead and finish, Fred.
No, that's all I'm saying is that he that's what he said. He said he wouldn't take advantage of the opportunities that obviously that the partnership of Top Rank and ESPN have created.
Right. And I want to send you something, Fred, because I'm going to say something that people probably won't agree with until I send you this video. Then I want you to play it, and then it'll
put it in the chat.
No, I don't know how to go off and go into Instagram and pull it up.
No, you copy it and paste from Instagram.
Why I'm on right now.
Yeah, and put it in private chat, and I can pull it up.
Damn, I don't know how to do that. But what I'm going to say is, Wilder reminds me of Muhammad Ali.
Mm-hmm.
And
without the mouthpiece?
No, with the mouthpiece.
Really? Okay.
Yes, with the mouthpiece.
All right.
And he is carving his own lane, and he's speaking to an audience just like Muhammad Ali was, right? And he is necessary just like Muhammad Ali was.
Yeah.
In the ring and out of the ring. You know what I'm saying? And also something that Malcolm said that I love is that we don't discuss family business in the public. That's why I said what I said when I said that my brother had more courage than me. And that's all, because I'm gonna tell you, we all love Mr. Fuller. We know he come from a place of love. Understand that. So when people I ain't gonna say trying to attack him. I'm not gonna say that, but I'm just saying, understand that this brother loves his people. He loves us. And when he speaks to us, he's trying to elevate us, right? But some things we know that other folk are listening. So family business, some of it, we need to, speak in other areas, because you got other folks who are join the panel who ain't got nothing to do with nothing and try to speak to it and upset some folks like me, right? So I'm finna send you a video of Muhammad Ali, and he's gonna talk to you real quick, not a long video, just real quick. You know what I mean? And you'll see what I mean by it aligns itself with Wilder for me. So I'm gonna come back on, but I'm finna go to my Instagram and get this and send it to. I'm gonna DM it to you, Fred, and then you can play it. But I'll come back on in a minute.
All
right.
Hey, let me say something, Fred, real quick.
Please.
Real quick. All right. Okay. So obviously, like there was a woman that came on the other day and said that I said that Mr. Wilder, Deontay Wilder, was subhuman. And obviously I told her that was not the case. And I'm going to reiterate that. I did not say he was subhuman. What I said is that it's easy in this society, in Western society, and really in most developed societies in the world, but specifically in Western society, based and in this country, specifically on how literacy was used to declassify people of African American descent as humans. Your ability to read and write, I talked about your ability to read and write, probably use the English language, your primary means of communication. If they saw that you could do that while you were in chattel slavery, they'll cut your forefinger off and your thumb so you couldn't hold a book, or they would murder you, right? So what I was saying was it's important that we learn how to use our primary means of communication, both in verbal and literary form, because the nature of society is when you cannot do that, you're classified as subhuman and not given all the rights and privileges that every other human being should have, as they matriculate through society. So that was my point. I did not say the man was subhuman. I will never say that. So whoever took it that way, or whoever's lying to try to say that I said that, you are in error. That's not what I meant. So I'm gonna repeat that one last time.
My turn.
Oh, sure.
I heard when she called in the other night, and despite some fundamental disagreements me and Michael have, which I heard in the last two shows, two entirely egregious things that he said that I got to take umbrage with maybe sometime during the show. But regarding what she said, she was totally off base and speaking from emotion, because it's very clear that Michael Fuller only wants Wilder to speak well because he knows he represents his people to a degree, and he wants him to come off sounding like he can represent himself well. That's an endearing thing. Like when we had this conversation before, and the guy said, "Look, if you run into your brother on the street and his breath smells like a bag of armpits, you're gonna pull him to the side and say, 'Hey, man, here's $2. Go get you some Tic Tacs and get right with the breath, because you're bringing the economy down.' If it's a stranger that you don't know, well, you're just going to put your hand over your nose and quickly get away from that person. You don't care if their breath is bad, but your brother, you're not going to do that. You're going to tell him. That is not criticizing a person. And when people disagree with what Mike says in regards to Wilder, they're disagreeing on an emotion, thinking that he's criticized and not realizing that it's an endearment thing. He wants them to be better. He wants them to do better. That goes for any people, regardless of race, the language, and what he talks about when he talks about language. Then she went on to say, you need to take a good look at yourself and put your money where your mouth is. Well, I've heard enough from Michael Fuller that if anything, this guy puts his money where his mouth is. I mean, you don't get the degrees and the education he has without discipline and putting your money where your mouth is. Not to mention, if Mike came
not into this shit,
if he came in here speaking like a buffoon,
wow,
and criticizing Wilder, then she might have had a point. But I think she was totally off base.
Hey, did you get the video for it?
Deacon, let him finish, man. Of course I got it.
Yeah, man. Come on, man.
And totally missing the point in regards to that. But lastly, Manny Pacquiao, when he would give ring interviews, you couldn't understand shit that he said. You couldn't understand shit that he said. Yet he was a very popular fighter. When HBO went out of business, it should have been a major red flag to all of us that boxing is in a bad way. I don't care how good you can talk. I don't care how good you can fight. Mainstream sports fans are not looking at boxing.
Obviously, you want to respond to that, Deacon. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. I that's stuff that disgusts me, really. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, did you get the video?
Mm-hmm.
You want to play it? Yeah, go ahead and play it for me, please.
Poetry. I was just wondering how you were graded by your teacher in English when you were in school.
Bad.
Bad, really?
E minus.
E. Oh, not A plus?
I barely got out of school because what helped me, I was the Olympic champion, and they didn't want the fairness. In those days, schools weren't integrated. Central High was black, and Shawnee and Male High and all these white schools had certain football players or high honors, and they didn't want me to look bad, so they passed me.
Oh, I see.
But I'm not that good at reading or spelling or
Yeah, but
writing.
your poems,
I
you
have
have to
a lot of
make
common
an
sense.
Oh, I see.
I write good poems.
Hi, I'm Trisha Gallagher from.
Yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. You know, God uses us in different ways, and we come in different shapes, sizes. We speak different, but God had no respect for the person who He uses, and I believe that Deontay Wilder is anointed, and I believe that God does use him, because at the end of the day, if he can reach one out of the multitude, God is pleased. So that's what we good, man. And Mr. Fuller is a great man. I learned from this brother. He has blessed me to be able to call him if I need to, and he'll lend me his ear and his heart and his mind. I appreciate that. That's what brothers and sisters are supposed to do. We are a village, and I know he don't mean any harm. It's just some people will take it the wrong way. And I'm not talking about Mrs. Shelton, right? Because I don't know what this other guy was just talking about. I don't believe in beating up my family under no circumstances. You understand me? That's why I brought up the fact what the brother Malcolm said. Sometimes family business needs to be family business, because other folks will come in and put their input on it who ain't got nothing to do with it. And
what are you talking about?
I'm talking about you, bruh.
Okay, good. So we can air that out right now.
No, we're not gonna air out a damn thing. I'm not talking to you. No, listen, I don't want to speak. I don't know you. I don't want to speak
you
to
can
you.
respond to him after he's
I
done.
don't. Listen, I don't know this dude. I don't want to talk to this dude. I don't want him responding to me at all. I'm talking about.
Yeah, but you can talk. Yeah, but he has a right to respond to you.
Man, I don't even play games like that, bro. When it comes to, I'm anytime I'm up, just like I wish my brother L was up here so I could finish talking to him. When I was talking about Haiti yesterday, I couldn't do it because it took me to a high place and it took me a minute to come down. So what I was trying to tell him, I'd rather for him to be on, and it's nothing bad. It was a conversation. I'd rather for him to be here so we can go back and forth on that. He might be in here the night before it's over. What you were saying, Mr. Fuller, before I interrupted you, I'm sorry.
No, he got a right to respond. Just like I would allow.
I don't want to talk to this dude.
You don't have to, but he has a right to respond to you, Deacon.
Really?
You have a right to respond.
Really?
Yes, absolutely.
What's up, Cal?
Real quick.
Go ahead, Cal. What's up, Cal?
Let me talk to him real quick, Fred.
No,
I thought that was Cal.
I just want to talk.
I ain't got nothing. I'm just listening in.
That's what's up, brother.
Anthony, let him respond. If Deacon doesn't want to listen, he can beam out and come back, whatever you want to do. But he has a right to respond to him.
Really?
I know.
Yes, he does.
I just wanted, because he come in and he likes to push God, right? He pushing like he a preacher, but
I push it like nothing but who I am, bro. And if you go listen, this is the problem with these type of cats. Massa, we sick. Massa, is the house burning down? I got the water. I put it out for you, Massa. These folks don't really have to do nothing, because you got folks like this here will fight their battle for them. You understand what I'm saying? This is sad to see that it's still going on in 2022. It's sad, bro.
No. What's sad is that you come in talking about God.
Don't worry about it. If you don't like what I'm talking about, put some cotton in your ears, partner.
But you don't have
put some cotton in your ears, partner.
You don't have respect for other people.
Agitate the gravel, bruh.
You don't have respect for other people.
Agitate the gravel, bruh.
Yeah, you need to stop buying.
Agitate the gravel, bruh.
You're not a true
Agitate the gravel, bruh. Agitate the gravel.
Deacon, can they respond? Deacon,
this man ain't talking about nothing.
I know, but he has a right to respond.
How many do you want to respond to me, bro? How many?
You started the conversation, so they can respond.
I came on here and I wanted you to play the atleast. That's what I want to talk about, bro.
Respectfully, they have the right to respond. It's a panel show, man. If I say something wrong, they have a right to respond to me.
You got your video out.
That's just the way it is, D.
Now
You can
hang up.
respond back. You can say "fuck you," "suck my dick," I hate you.
Why would I do that? Why would I do that, Fred?
I'm just being
You did
extreme
worse
to
than
make
that.
a
Right,
point.
I get it.
Uh-huh.
You did worse than that already. You disrespect any man on the show, whether he's white or black.
You can go after
So
him,
you
Jerry.
wanna
You can
come
go
in
after
and
Anthony
Bible
because
thumping.
they ain't gonna hear you. You gotta repeat yourself, Anthony.
I said he might well hang up. He come in here Bible thumping, but he don't have respect for another man. Whether he white or black, dude, you come in here disrespectful whenever
What did I
go
say
your-
that was? Let's
Look
have a
at you right
conversation.
now. Whenever
No,
it
let's
go
have a
your
conversation.
way,
Tell
when
me
you
what
go
did
your
I say that was disrespectful to this man? Tell me that go ahead and tell me. Break that down to me, please.
I'm gonna tell you.
No,
Are
no,
you
I want
that-
him. I want this
are
man.
you-
I
are
want
you
this
that
brother to
slow
tell me.
that somebody got to tell you what you did disrespectful?
Yeah,
Come
tell me
on,
what I
dude.
did
You come in here-
disrespectful.
You come in here.
No,
you
because
come
you
in here
said
talking
that I was
about God.
disrespectful. Tell me how I was disrespectful.
You come in here talking about God, using
Yes,
the
sir.
Bible as to prop you up, and then you disrespect
Really?
the God that you so called to claim that you respect and love so much.
Really?
Yes, because if you read your book, he will tell you about that. But you
Really?
obviously don't read, you just talk from
Really?
from somebody else's talking points that you hear, I guess, when you go to church or when you look at it online. I don't know what you
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I just say what I got to say to you is hang up.
Well, what you waiting on?
No, you don't want to
What you
hear
waiting
nobody
on?
else's opinion, so hang up.
What you
don't
waiting
wanna
on,
hear-
partner?
Hang up.
What you waiting on? What you waiting on? Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you can go after him. Yeah, sure. Main event says Deacon, get out of your feelings.
Really?
Yeah, you're an old emotional guy.
Right. I tell you what, come test me.
Yo, we
Test
ain't got
me.
to. We ain't got to do
You
all
don't
that.
scare
We ain't gotta do
Test
all that.
me.
We
You're
ain't gotta
such
do
a
all that.
preacher, but then come test me.
Test
Oh,
me.
I'm a
No, if I'm gonna be all that, then test me.
70-year-old gangbanger. Yeah,
Test me.
Go ahead with that nonsense, man. Try that stuff on
You
your
talking
streets out
all
there in
this? You
Florida.
talking all this bang bang? What test me then?
You don't know what
If I'm that, test me, bro. If you think I'm all of that, test me, and see how far you get.
Do you think Usyk gonna fight
No,
Wilder?
Jerry got to respond, dog. Jerry,
Yeah,
go ahead, Jerry. Go ahead, Jerry.
Yeah, this ain't the first time that he's basically shut me down and just totally ignored whatever I had to say.
That's my right.
Racism will never go away in the hearts of men because he knows that I'm white. And I guess because I was just speaking on Deontay Wilder in his fucked up mind, I got no right to speak about Wilder on any level. But yet he
Wow.
can talk about white people all fucking day long, and that's fine. But when I gotta say something because I'm white, he don't want to hear it. He don't want me to respond to him or nothing. Now, me and Michael Fuller have had some heated disagreements in the past and some that we disagreed on. But he never once tried to stifle me and tell me that, you know, he doesn't want to hear from me. Then, like the guy just said, don't come up here talking about God and then basically treat me less than human, because that's not how it works. You see what I'm saying? You don't agree with my opinion? Say
When you
so.
get done, Fred, I like to respond.
Yeah, you sure you can.
Okay.
Change your name to Devil
You can just say you don't agree with me. That's fine. Or you could say nothing at all. But don't just disregard me and treat me like I can't say nothing about nothing because you don't want to hear it from a white dude. I didn't say that when you was talking.
And change your name to Devil 305. Because you come in here just
shit.
wrecking shop every time.
Oh, that's out of pocket.
No,
Max,
it's
don't start no
not.
shit in
What
here,
did I
Max.
want to get into, man?
Listen to what he says, Mike.
Don't start no shit tonight, Max.
Listen to
did-
what he says,
Yeah.
Mike. Because even the devil knows the scriptures. So for him to come in here Bible thumping and be as ugly and nasty as he is, he can't be nobody's deacon. And then he want to turn to violence every time.
I thought I was going to respond to the other guy, but I respond.
No, you respond to both of them.
Yo, what's up,
Okay.
Mike? What's up, Deacon? What's up,
What's
Kettle?
up? What's happening?
Hey, so main event 510 says Deacon acting like Kanye West tonight.
Oh,
Deacon. Respond,
Okay.
Deacon. All you. Go ahead.
Okay. The first thing is what I'm going to repeat exactly what I said. And if that ruffled some feathers, especially the so-called brother up here, if that ruffled the feathers, then, you know, maybe they gonna have to go, especially the brother, he's gonna have to go check on himself, right? So to be so ready to attack me. All I said, brother, when the man was speaking, I said, hold on. he's talking about Mrs. Shelton. I don't appreciate that because she listen, Mr. Fuller didn't mean no harm. And what I was trying to do was making sure that there was peace between my brother and my sister, right? And I did not like him speaking on her in that way, right? I didn't like that. And I said that. Now then I referenced
Jerry, let him get off, Jerry. Get off. Let him get off.
And then I referenced Malcolm X. He said that is why we keep family business family. Meaning some things we can't say out in the open, especially I'm not gonna call him an enemy. I don't know him, but I'm just saying around certain folks that has nothing to do with our struggle. And they'll put in their input. You understand? Now we've had in the past some good white folks who was in the struggle. I won't deny that. But what I'm saying is, bro, certain conversations, especially on these platforms, they get out of hand. People sit down and call black women bitches and hoes. I mean, I done heard it all.
I didn't do none of that.
Hey, some of them do be bitches and hoes though, and that's for all races.
But I didn't say none of that. I just
I didn't say that you did, man. I'm trying to finish, bro. I did not. I told you what I had a problem with was you referencing Mrs. Shelton and calling her certain things, bro.
Didn't call her anything.
Yes, you did. Play it back.
I didn't call her anything.
Okay.
Yeah, you can respond after him. Go ahead, D. And when you're done, you can respond.
Man, hey, I just didn't like it. And that
nobody did Miss Shelton, man. She my OG. She my partner.
And that was the problem that really got me turned up. I never cussed this man out. I said, and when I got there, I said, I do not want to hear from him. That was it. And that's my right. And then the other cat come on talk about I'm Bible thumping, I'm this, I'm that. Bruh, call it what you want. And then you challenging me as a person. Bruh, you can do all that all you want on this internet. That's cool. That's cool. I don't listen. Every time I open my mouth, it's out of love for my people. But I'll be damn. I don't listen. I done been damn near killed by my own family. My father was killed by my first cousin. So I don't. Let me tell you something. Family to a certain extent. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, I love my people, but I'd be damn if I let somebody just harm me or disrespect me or take me out of here. That's not happening.
Go get you some counseling, man. That's what you need.
Okay.
See you a counselor, therapist.
Well, that didn't happen.
I'm cool, bro. I'm cool, bro.
And I also didn't disrespect her. I didn't call her one name. I
Okay.
didn't even know her name. All
Okay.
I said was I heard what she said, and I disagreed with it.
Okay.
You got all caught up in your feelings because
Yes,
you
I
are
did.
apparently
Yes, I did.
filled with hate. So you just went on.
It ain't hate.
Because you're filled with hate. I didn't say anything about that.
This man gonna tell me what the hell I am. But go ahead.
Hey, DK, we just need to smoke a joint together, man.
I don't smoke. I don't smoke. I don't drink, fam.
In a public forum,
You should.
Fred has this public. You're gonna have to hear. If you want to get yourself upset about it, that's okay. That's up to you. But you should be a little bit more selective. If I called that woman a name, which I never did, which you accused me of just now.
Fred, you want to play back what he said?
Because
You want to play back what he said? We can play it back, Fred, what he said.
Hold on, man. You can't be calling this Patricia no
I didn't
B.
call her one name.
Oh, okay.
We can play this back.
I don't think he called her.
Why don't you
I don't
just
think he
get
called her.
brothers.
Hey,
It's
Fred.
been a pleasure
Fred.
talking to you guys.
You can see
I appreciate
what
the time.
somebody
Thank
said.
you.
You obviously weren't listening.
We can't hear everybody. Go ahead, Kyle.
The Warriors and the Lakers are on right now, man, and we getting our ass beat. And Draymond just hit a fucking 3. Can you believe that shit? Y'all go back to y'all shit that y'all on right now.
Hey, you guys always lose the ring ceremony games, man.
Hey,
You
Fred.
always do.
Mr. Fuller, if I'm not mistaken, he said she was getting all up in her fucking feelings, bruh.
Oh, okay.
That's
And
not
speaking
calling
out
her
of
B.
That's calling her.
No. I'm saying respect that. Hey, listen, that is not a kid. She's not a child. Listen, bro. I respect her. Listen,
because there was no insult.
Okay.
But you can get
You
on
guys
here
have a blessed one, man. It's a pleasure talking to
Listen
you.
at this. Listen at this guy up top. It's just amazing, bro. It's amazing, bro.
What's amazing is you, man. You amazing.
I would love to meet you and shake your hand, bro.
Hey, we can do it. I got a brother in Florida. in
I would
Jacksonville.
love to.
I can come
I would
down
love to
anytime.
meet you and shake your
You
hand,
ain't
bro.
Just
scaring
relax,
nobody,
man.
old nigga.
Relax
I
on that.
just would love to shake your hand, bro.
I mean, god dang. You think
Relax.
Really?
Relax
you
on
talking
that.
about everybody being
He
tough?
said that
You the only
everybody
one get
fight.
on
I
here
just said I
wanna
would
be an
love to meet
internet
you and
gangster.
shake your hand, bro.
You the only one get on here want to be an internet gangster. Come
Really?
on, man.
I just said I just want to shake your hand, bro. That's all.
Go somewhere and grow up,
Hey,
man.
What wrong with me shaking your hand, brother?
hey, let me say this, guys. Let me say this real quick.
Hey, this our retirement homes be? Because this shit lit.
Let me,
I would just love to shake that brother hand, man.
it's hard. It's hard not to laugh.
With the old dudes with
We
canes
can't
and shit.
be serious. We can't be serious. I mean, especially with Deacon and the brother. You know,
What's wrong with Deacon shaking
obviously
your hand,
nothing
bro?
here that we
Who
talk
keep
about.
crackling, bro?
What's wrong
Nothing
with
here we
Deacon
talk
shaking
about
your
is that
hand,
serious.
bro?
What's
Mike,
that?
Mike, can shake your hand.
Michael, we were on here having a
God.
cordial conversation. Everybody was just fine, man. Y'all gotta
Yeah.
check Deacon on this
But,
stuff.
I
Man.
mean,
You can't
thousands
sit
of-
back and not check him on that stuff, man. He come in here and wrecking the show, a conversation.
Okay.
He said he wanted to shake your hand, man.
Oh, by the way,
you
Max
went the
ain't.
other way.
I'm sorry, Max. You ain't responded to anything. Go ahead,
Hey,
Max.
what's up,
I
man?
think
Hey,
I think
Max,
We don't need Max.
Hey,
We
Max,
don't
let me
need
go
Max to
before you,
respond to
please,
shit.
sir, before I lose this train of thought, please.
Go for it, bro, man. It's
Hey,
good.
this is for Jerry. I'm gonna spare the pot a little bit. This is for Jerry. Hey, Jerry, you said that you didn't like Deontay Wilder because of what he said about catching a body. So, but where's that same energy for Tyson Fury? He didn't actually say it. He tried to catch a body, cheating though. So what's the difference?
I don't believe that he cheated.
Okay. That's all I wanted to say. But you've been biased on Wilder for a while, man. It's time to let that go.
Well, I don't like Wilder. I don't tell you.
Well, but if you don't like Wilder, but you've got negative stuff to say, like sometimes, which is your opinion about Devin-Are when he says certain things towards white fighters. I'm not trying to say that you're racist, but most of the time it's like the black guys that say stuff towards white or Spanish fighters. You have a little bias towards it.
Why wouldn't
I
he?
don't like it when fighters invoke race. When they say I'll never lose to a white boy, I don't like that.
It's just it's a battle talk, man. Those guys are those guys are.
Hey, we can't trust Jerry's judgment.
Boy, would you feel the same way?
Do what?
If Lomachenko said I'll never lose to a black boy, would you feel the same way?
I'd laugh and I was like, okay, because
Hell no, that should be front page news, bro.
That's what you say now. That's
What do you mean?
I'm not racist toward anything, man. I'm not. I said I was just gonna stir the pot. I'm not saying that you're racist or anything like that. I'm just saying I just noticed the bias. But you just have you said you don't like Wilder because he said that. But what's the difference?
I don't. But I'm consistent. The other night when Plant did what he did, last I checked, Plant is a white fighter, a damn good white fighter.
Hey, man, Plant is the Eminem of boxing. You gotta leave him alone, man.
He's still sea level.
Hey, Jerry, what you didn't like that Caleb Plant did? What you didn't like that he did?
The shoveling dirt on.
Oh, I love that shit.
But I got. Hey, Jerry, but you gotta think.
Hey, I love that shit.
Hey, Jerry, you gotta think. We pay the fans pay their money to be entertained. That's just part of the entertainment. But if that guy was really, really hurt, Plant would be there by the hospital bed. Praying.
He was really, really
Hey,
hurt.
hey.
Plant.
This is a problem. It's a generational thing. We grew up on Monday Night Raw. They grew up on Bruno Sammartino. You feel me? It's a different vibe, bro. We like that shit. We a little bit younger. That shit's cool to us. To old heads, that shit's hella disrespectful because none of the old dudes would have did that. Ali would have never did that. Foreman, none of these dudes would have did that. But like this is an entertainment era.
It's an entertainment area. So
but the shit they was talking
we
that's
can't
big
hear.
shit.
Let me say something to you, Fred. I would love for you, brother, to make plans one day, if you would, to spend a day or two with me in my life and walk with me and all expenses on me. I will show you something.
I will dig inside me up.
Max the one that need it. Max the one
I
that
want
need
to.
that shit.
Max
don't know shit. He the one that need it. He need the walk with you.
Now I'm interested because you have such a different perspective on everything in life than me. So I would love to spend like a day or a week with you and see why you feel the way you feel. And then maybe you could come to Cali and you can spend a week with me. I'm right here on the beach, dog. I got you.
Damn,
We can do it. Hey, we can
make a
YouTube
spot,
that
man.
shit and we can get some views, bruh. Cause we
Hell
are
yeah.
Next time in
getting
Florida,
game.
I'll definitely hit you up, Dick.
Yeah, and
Hey, Fred can film it. Fred can
and
film
what I'm gonna also let you
Jump like
meet.
here though.
I want you to meet some kids, you all different walks of life, and let you check out some things. And I guarantee you, when you come back, you'll have a different perspective. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna be honest with you here, and I think about this a lot since I've been on YouTube.
Right.
I really thought that I had prayed and gone through a lot to get a lot of this stuff out of my life. And I thought I had passed that test, because in life I have. That's why I say I would love for you to touch the ground and meet the people and get some testimonies, and also see and meet some of these kids, man, and meet some of these kids are doing well today. And if something new happened in my life, a new experience called YouTube that taught me something about myself. I thought it was all out of me. I really did. But I find myself getting into little spats on YouTube, stuff I no longer do in real life. And I thought it was all gone, right? And I think about this stuff. And I talk to God about it. I'm like, well, what is it that I missed? Because I thought it was all gone, right? So this is although it gets under my skin, it's also therapeutic. You see what I'm saying? It sounds and look ugly and feels ugly, but it's necessary, because you know what I think about? It's like you're walking around with a gun and you didn't know a bullet was in it, and you mess around and shoot yourself or playing with somebody and hurt somebody else, and you didn't know that bullet was in that gun, right? So all this stuff right here, maybe this is the last part that I need to get all this stuff out of me.
Yeah, you got work to do.
No, I'm not talking to you, sir.
Well,
Come on, I'm talking to Fred. See, that's rude, brother.
See, Jerry, you give him a chance to respond, Jerry. God damn it! Now listen. See, this is what Michael Fuller was talking about, man. See, you're part of the system.
Yeah, it's all funny to you guys.
Yeah, you can finish.
Here's the thing, though. It won't be funny when you're sitting up 45, 60, 50 years old and still in the same place because you haven't been given opportunities.
You guys are still stuck in the 50s.
Hold on.
Hold on. I don't think Deacon's finished, though. I don't think Deacon's done.
Oh, shit.
You're sitting up.
Let me get back to his High to Dreams.
50, 55 years old with no opportunities, and your white counterparts have went right up the ladder to success.
White man bad.
just So I mean, the bottom line, it's all fun and games now, but it won't be 20 years from now. Go ahead, Deacon. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir. No problem, man. It's really a journey that I didn't put myself on. Maybe it was God's divine. Listen, because I'd never had a thought that I would wind up doing stuff like this, because I'd never been a person who would find myself in certain. I've always been secluded. If you see me anywhere, I'm rolling dolo, and unless I'm rolling to go help somebody, or I used to take kids and train them and teach them. And I still to this day, but not much as I used to. That's why I say, if you walk with me, you will see some of the stuff that I've done, the things that I've touched, people I've helped. I don't take credit for nobody's success. That I will not do. But I was an influence in their lives at some point, right? And it would be great for you to meet some of these people and see some of the things, and you see where I came from and where I'm at now. You remember I told you last night that I turned down the 2 million, right? That's because the devil was trying to give it to me. But God, in turn, has blessed me twofold. I'm good. You get what I'm saying? So when we trust God, understand that you're going to get tested. You're going to get tested to your core. One thing about that devil, he would test. If you say you trust God, he gonna test you to your core. One thing about loving and trusting God, he'll put you before the world. He will allow the devil to try to embarrass you before the world. But will you stand? Will you stand? See, I've been through a lot of things. And these folks don't know me. That's why I want to show you. Come with me. Come with me. I'll forget all the talking. I'll show you. You understand? And this is what's being displayed here on this platform. This is another level that needs to be dealt with that I thought was all gone. But God is showing me, look, man, there's still a little bit there where people can still try and get at you. You understand me? Because I can walk anywhere and because there was a time, bro, I was like that and I had to pray that demon up off of me. You understand me? For 5 days straight, the cops, the detectives knocked on my door about a different murder that I had nothing to do with. Because I lived a certain way, I was the first one they would check with when somebody got killed. One of those homicides was a devil murder. I had nothing to do with any of them, but yet they knocked on my door. See, God will deliver you, bruh, if you will allow him to. And here I am on YouTube getting in spats with folks when I thought all this stuff was out of me. I think about this. This ain't the first time this happened. You know this on this show. It's therapeutic for me, although I don't like it. But it shows me to stay focused and keep my eyes stayed on God, regardless of what the devil throw at me. It don't matter. I know where I'm at.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad bringing it up. I feel bad bringing that whole thing up because really, I brought it up. The only reason I brought it up was to say that someone needs. That's alpha. That's alpha.
Yeah.
It's not me.
Yeah, it is, man.
It is you. It's you.
It ain't me. I've been muted the whole time.
All right. Well.
Okay. So the only reason I brought that up was just to say that that I did not mean to call that man what people thought or what the woman thought I said. I don't have any issues with her at all. I don't know her personally. I love her in general. You know, I just didn't like the spirit she came at me with, and that's what I was addressing because I did not say that about Deontay Wilder. Anyone who thought I said that, that's not what I said, and I made clarification on that. Really, I think it's a good illustration of what I'm doing when I say things like that about the ability to speak, specifically related to Deontay Wilder. It's like if you're wearing a real nice tie, right? You're wearing a real nice tie. Tie is probably $300-400 tie, nice tie, but you put it on and your knot's crooked. All I'm doing is, I mean, he's got a heck of a tie on, right? He's got a tie that most of us can't even think about having because of his accomplishments in life. And all I am is just someone who's just walking up, just trying to straighten his knot out. That's it. This is not a little crooked. I'm just trying to straighten it out for him. That's it. Because here's the thing. It comes down, and I know that probably doesn't make sense to you guys, but the bottom line is the spoken and written word moves the human spirit. And his position as heavyweight champion, he's met the Pope before, dude. Do you know what that means?
Hey, Mike, can I ask you a question, please?
Let me finish what I'm saying. He's met the Pope before. Do you really know what that means?
No.
Okay. And the bottom line is that there's people who are in Congress right now, running for Congress, been in Congress for decades, that haven't met the Pope. Heavyweight champion of the world, he meets the Pope one-on-one. Okay, so really, and I won't get into what that means if you don't understand what that means, but the bottom line is that he is a very influential person on this planet. And a speech class or English class, the cost to benefit ratio, what it would actually benefit him to take a few classes to get his speech a little bit better, so that he can. And I think he speaks well when I've heard him speak before. But I'm saying he can actually get better at it, and because sometimes he has issues with it. That small investment, man, the cost benefit there it's enormous. Just getting to a point where he's able to speak off the fly, handle things like that. And guys who don't believe in that, okay, there's nothing I can say about it, but I can say, let me say this and I'll stop. When I went and did some, I've been in like in competition with other people who have went in to apply for certain positions, given certain opportunities, and we can all have the same technical expertise, all that stuff. We can have all the same, but what separates the person who actually gets the opportunity is not your technical knowledge or your technical expertise, your engineering ability, but your ability to speak, your ability to mobilize people through the spoken and written word. And that's what makes the difference, because whenever there's a complex problem, you're never going to be able to solve that by yourself. You have to be able to mobilize other people and a team in order to do that. And the way to do that is through the written and spoken word. And to the extent that you can do that, that's going to define your greatness through mobilizing other people. So that's my point. If you don't understand it, maybe one day you'll grow to that level. If you don't, then hopefully you understand it. But if you don't,
yo, why didn't you like when Miss Patricia tried to adjust your tie though? Did you take her suggestion and go look in the mirror and talk to yourself like she asked? Because if you saying you adjusting Deontay Wilder's tie and you're a nobody in his life and we're all on the panel, she tried to adjust your tie and you took it offensively.
Well, the reason why I didn't like what she said is because it was a lie.
Can I say something?
Wait. Jerry has to respond.
She said I said something I did not say.
Okay, but away from the Deontay Wilder point, she suggested that you're constantly putting people down and think you're above people, and maybe you need to go look at yourself. So away from Deontay Wilder,
I'm not putting people down.
Hey, Mike,
when have I put you down?
Mike,
when have I put anyone down?
Bro,
Mike,
you do it. You have.
Hold on, let me speak to Mike real quick.
A lot of
let me
times
speak to my brother real quick.
No, we got to go around. We got to go around.
I want to say something real quick to Mike. Mike, please, know the conversation we have, right? Don't bite that. Please don't bite that.
What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, no disrespect to you, Matt.
He don't need help. He don't need a
I'm just saying,
Robin.
as it pertains to our sister, don't feed into that. Just keep it moving.
Hey, Fred, I want to ask Jerry.
Because I fuck with Miss Patricia. Like, she always been solid.
And we all do. And we
what
do.
I'm saying is if you feel that you, as Michael Fuller on the planet Earth, are going to correct young, are going to correct.
Don't bite it.
Max, you gotta say doctor. You gotta say doctor.
Oh, Dr. Fuller are going to adjust Deontay Wilder's tie on a YouTube platform.
He said that he loved her, man. That's good enough.
But then why be offended when
he apologized and said he loved his sister, man? That's good enough.
But I'm saying, she asked him a question. She asked him a challenge.
That was a day ago, man.
But you weren't here, Deacon.
Yes, I was.
Challenged him to go look himself in the mirror and talk to himself about a certain subject. Man. So did he or did he not? Is all I'm curious.
This is what I be talking about.
Let me ask you something.
Just because Jerry was going to go, because I was going to lose.
So there's no answer to the question. There's no answer to the question.
Let me ask you something. Let me answer.
So there's no answer. Just be clear, real quick, before you go on a 20-minute rant. There's no answer.
Jerry get off. Let Jerry get off. No, go ahead. Y'all just going back and forth.
It doesn't matter what Mike brought up. It wasn't the topic. This guy Deacon has done this to me every time he's been on here.
Man, I don't even know you, bro. I don't address. This is my first time saying anything about.
Go ahead, Jerry.
He knows I'm white, and every time I get on here, he treats me the same way. I've noticed this before in the past, and usually when he's on the panel, I'll either clock out or I just won't say much at all. So if you go into church and searching his soul, needs to keep doing that because he's got hate in his heart. He doesn't like the fact that I commented on it, not because of any other reason other than I'm white. And it's just what he's trying to tell Mike right now. Don't respond to these whites and Mexicans, because if you respond to them, you're answering to them. That's his attitude. I don't feel that way, Fred. I just feel like I'm just adding into discussion. The woman that called, I don't know what her race is. I don't know if she's black or white. I didn't disrespect her, didn't call her no names. I just simply said that I disagreed with her and that Mike is a guy that practices what he preaches. Me and Mike got several disagreements, but I'm going to call it like I see it. Mike practices what he preaches. And for people that keep consistently missing the point, he is not criticizing Deontay Wilder. He's trying to help him. It's not a criticism because he's using Wilder as the example. He's trying to lift him up. Why that is so hard to understand and people keep taking it as a criticism is beyond me. But as far as, and quickly, I'll also add, when it comes to not liking fighters and things like that, I don't care what anybody else does and who they like and dislike. Me, I'm a man of principle. I was a big fan of Vinny Pazienza back when he was an active fighter. When he fought Dana Rosenblatt, he stopped Dana Rosenblatt in the 8th or 9th round, and he had him out on his feet, and he kept punching him, and he threw the red to the side and kept wailing on him. And guess what? I'm no longer a Vinny Pazienza fan because of that.
I respect that.
Now let me respond to him, Fred.
Hey, I thought I was going next.
Okay,
Yeah,
go ahead.
done,
Go ahead, Bert. Go ahead, Bert.
All right, no disrespect, Dick. All right,
No problem.
this is for Mike, and you know, I respect you, but my thing is this: if you're focusing on one particular thing, you're gonna miss everything about the person. That's why we all draw to Wilder. And another thing is, like, when you're speaking, you know how you want us to get you because we're younger. That's the same thing you should do when Miss what's her name? The lady.
Miss
Shelton.
Miss Shelton. Yeah, Miss Shelton. When Miss Shelton is talking, what she said yesterday, which I mean, it's okay to disagree, but you said you a flat out liar. Now that's disrespect to say to.
Who did I say that about?
Not you, Jerry.
I said that.
That's my only critique with you is like when people disagree with you, it's not that they're lying, it's just their opinion doesn't make them a liar.
No, I thought you were talking about what's called, but go ahead.
No, sir. What I said was what she said that I said about Deontay Wilder was a lie. I didn't say that.
You said you're a flat out liar.
That was a lie.
You said liar. You called her a liar.
Well, if she's saying that, then yeah, she's lying. She is a liar. If she's saying that, yeah, because that's not what I said. I did not say that Deontay Wilder was subhuman.
But I know the message.
You insinuated it though.
But not everybody needs to. There's other people that need to work on it. I can see if Herschel Walker we're talking about, but this is Deontay Wilder. This is totally different.
Why are we going back to this again?
But I'm just giving an example.
Because you look like a hypocrite, always trying to pass out advice when you can't take any yourself. That's
what
why.
I'm basically saying, Max, right there.
You know how I feel about you, Max.
But I don't care how you feel about me.
Okay,
like, I don't go to sleep at night thinking, what does Michael Fuller think about me? I don't give a fuck. I don't even know you.
Just remember
Mike, let him get off. Go ahead, Max, and then you can respond.
No, I'm saying, like, I don't care what you think about me. But what I'm saying is you look like a hypocrite when you're always trying to come from a place of superiority to other people. Look, what I think it is you grew up your whole life thinking and believing in this fucking white supremacy bullshit that you're less than, which is why you work so hard to get yourself in this position to be a nuclear, whatever the fuck you are, to think that you're not. Like, but at the end of the day, you're just another human being on earth. Like, you don't run shit.
Coming from a
like,
and that's
you
coming from
Mike,
a dude.
Mike, let him get off. Mike, you can go next.
Wow.
What I'm saying is, like, you make problems where there's no problems, bruh. We can talk about what's your favorite kind of soap. Oh, I like Dove. You know, Dove was stolen in 1843 from a black man. Nobody gives a fuck, bruh. Like, you bring problems where there's no problems. Like, we want to like you because you seem like a likable person, but you're kind of narcissistic and you're a fucking hypocrite. You try to give everyone else advice how they should live their life, and when people try to give you something, you think you don't need to listen because you went to school. Like, no one gives a fuck, bruh. And this is why people have problems. That's it. Like, I have no problem with you personally, but this is where
my problem is with you. My problem is with you is that you're a drug dealer that sells drugs to black folks. You don't have
I
anything.
don't know what you're talking
You
about.
don't have anything else to
What
say
the
to me.
fuck?
Hey, you can get offline. You don't have anything else to say to me, okay?
Bro, I'm a bartender, bro. What are you talking about?
So here's the
I'm
deal.
a bartender.
This is what
What
I'm
are you
gonna tell you,
talking
right?
about?
Whatever you're talking about, it doesn't mean much to me. Here's the deal. I tell you what.
Get back in the books.
You take the time. You couldn't walk a day in my shoes, son.
You couldn't walk a day in mine either.
Okay, so get offline and shut up.
You couldn't walk a day in mine either.
Max, let him get off. Max, let him get off.
That's it.
Let him get off. You can respond back, no problem. But the audience can't hear. We got 300 people in here. Go ahead, go ahead, Mr.
Kyle,
Phillips.
what you laughing at?
He frozen?
No, I haven't
laughing
got
at
to
these
respond just yet,
Yeah,
bro.
but you couldn't walk a mile in mine either because you don't know how to deal with human beings, bro. You only know how to deal with books and tests. That's it. You don't know how to deal with real human beings.
So what I would tell you is, what you're saying has no credence whatsoever. So what I allow you to do, run your mouth and realize that you really don't know what you're talking about.
And
go back and go out and sell a dime bag. Maybe you'll feel better. All right.
Who the fuck sells dime bags in 2022? That's how far gone you are. You're so stuck in your years. Nobody sells dimes no more, bro. That's how far gone you are. That just proves how out of touch you are with society and reality, bro. Like, you don't know shit. That's what I'm saying. I don't know shit about nuclear physics. I don't try to pretend I do, but you don't know shit about the real life down here on Earth, bro.
After him. Cooking with the champ. Salute my brothers. Deacon 305. It's just the internet, bro. It's all good. Fred, you get the we getting there. Don't worry. We ain't. I mean, but everyone's still hot.
Fred, you jumped over Kyle.
And then we can but Deacon want to respond. Then we'll go to Kyle for sure.
Jesus.
I apologize, man. You know it's not intentional. Go ahead, Deacon.
Hey, salute to my brother.
It's hard moderating y'all, man. It's hard. I ain't even got the word in yet.
Easy.
Go ahead, D.
Yes, sir. Salute to always keeping it real. To the brother that left, listen, man. I'm not no gang banger or none of that. I don't wish you no harm or none of that. You understand me? Listen, when you come on, I wish you was still here because I don't really like talk. You know what? I'm gonna leave that alone because
just apologize to him, bro.
Yeah, that's it.
Apologize to him.
I apologize to you, brother. When I extended my hand, and say I would like to shake your hand, I meant that, right? That was my way of trying to say, brother, read between the lines. Just ice this. We family. We shouldn't be going back and forth with each other about nothing, man. That's right. We're not each other's problem, man. We need to be coming together to solve our issues as a people, not trying to tear each other down, bro. You know what I'm saying? So no, man, I ain't got no issue with you, bro. And to Jerry, to say, and I really don't. And when I say I don't. This is my first night calling his name. You understand me? So he spoke about me, almost Mr. Jerry. I don't have hate in my heart, bro. I really don't. And for you to say, I'm this, that, and the third. Listen, man, I don't know you, and you don't know me. I don't walk around with hate in my heart because if I had hate in my heart, it wouldn't be good for me or a lot of things because I have some type of godly moral compass, bro. It keeps me in check. God keeps me in check. No matter how angry I get, no matter how close to the edge I go, God keeps me in check. And because of God, say it again.
Yeah, I heard your check earlier when you was telling him to come see you and see how it works out.
Right. And I said that. And I also, I said that. And I said to the brother, I apologize because you know what? And I also said, brother, I would love to shake your hand because you know what? Let's ice that because it ain't about that. I'm not finna go looking for this man. This man ain't finna come looking for me. That's that. I'm no longer a teenager. I'm no longer in my 20s, 30s, 40s. None of that, bro. I don't live the life I used to live. I'm past that.
When you were spouting that.
Say it again.
Well, when you were spouting that nonsense, that's what it sounded like. Now you're apologizing for it now, and that's fine.
You're constantly disrespecting me, but it's okay. because you don't know me, man. All right. So don't tell me that I have hate in my heart. Do you love to come on this show and tell black people that we're racist? How in the hell can we be?
You are though, Deacon.
And there's your problem. You got a problem with me because I'm white.
Can I
admit it? But that's what it is.
Well, will you allow me to finish?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. For one thing, blacks cannot be racist, bro. And
okay.
We cannot be racist. We don't control or run anything in this country. And when we talking,
can they be racist?
You gotta let me finish, man.
I don't get off, Jerry.
Oh man.
When we're talking about white folks in this country who are racist, we're talking about the power structure in this country. We're not talking about the everyday Jerrys. We know that you're not running around trying to stop black folks from getting a loan. You're not trying to mess up schools and hospitals so that blacks can't get a fair shot. We're not talking about the Jerrys of the world. We're talking about the power structure in this country who keeps me and Jerry at each other. We understand that. But somehow the Jerrys of the world think that because we're complaining about a system that is oppressing us, that we're talking about the Jerrys. We're not talking about the Jerrys. Don't put yourself in the equation because we're not talking about you. We're talking about the ones who are truly oppressing our people with a pen.
Order another round. It's about to go down.
All right, I'm done.
That was your comment.
Two things. One, I gotta say on Michael Fuller's behalf again to Mex, who, you know, I like everybody on the panel. We all got differing opinions. We keep running into these generational indifferences. Whenever you take a educated man like Michael Fuller with a refined acumen in life and you discount his knowledge, see, that's a generational thing. When you say nobody gives a fuck, that's the problem with this generation. And the last one, they don't give a fuck about a lot of things. They don't give a fuck about the fundamental things like sportsmanship, manners, wisdom, refined education. And when you add all that up, that's why you see that generation still living at home at 32 years old. Because the only thing they give a fuck about is where the next blunt is coming from. So you can't take what Mike says and just throw it in the garbage and act like his education and his life experiences and his wisdom don't matter. I don't have the education that Mike has. I'm self-educated, but I'm old enough to know that I've learned lessons and lived lessons that a youngin has not. And go to any civilization, the elders, and I don't consider myself an elder. I'm only 53 years old, but you cannot discount those things. What you can do is get caught up in your feelings and take that wisdom and interpret it as insult. And that's what another problem they do. They constantly feel that because you're saying something that may be critiquing them based on your experiences, that you're insulting them.
Jerry, that's hypocritical, though. It goes both ways.
Can I just get a word?
Oh, yeah. I was about to say, please.
You're right.
You're right.
It's Kyle, sir.
How you doing, Miss Patricia?
Go ahead, Kyle.
I'm doing fine. So, Michael Fuller, I am Patricia Shelton. I am the lady that you spoke with the other day. As you can see, I am a black woman. Please don't cut me off. You may be educated. I'm educated. But one thing we cannot do in life is down talk a person. Deontay Wilder is someone who has a gift of God. You may think he speaks unintelligent, but when I hear him speak, it gives me courage. His accent to me is beautiful, coming from a black man who has worked hard in life to get where he is at now. And for you, Michael Fuller, I congratulate you on all your alhamdulailahs or whatever you have. And I don't mean to speak like I'm bitter. I'm just passionate about someone who reminds me of my fathers and my brothers, a strong black man. And to hear another black man say he should take some of his money and go to speech class, maybe you should take some of your money and help work on your narcissism because you remind me of Donald Trump when I listen to you. And then the other night you did say that Deontay Wilder was somewhat of subhuman. Go back and listen to what you said, sir, because you did say that. And again, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to you. I'm just passionate about we finally have a black king of the King of Kings who can go into a ring and put his life on the line for our entertainment. And you have enough nerve to say he doesn't speak well, that he sounds, what did you say, subhuman and ignorant. It's crazy. You need to go back and listen to what you said the other day. And maybe if you got in the ring with him, like he said in his post interview, you wouldn't say those things to him. Get in the ring with him and feel his pain, feel his struggle. He may not have the education that you have, but he has courage. He has life. He has a gift from God. His grandmother told him that there is power in his right hand, something you may never experience until you get on your knees and go before God and ask God, okay, you gave me this intelligence, but what am I missing in my heart? You probably wouldn't even have enough courage to go to Deontay Wilder and shake the brother's hand because you would be too busy looking down on him. Think about what you're saying. And Mr. Jerry, I don't know you, but it seems like you and Michael come in here together and make a phone call with each other and discuss what you're going to talk about. I need to leave people alone. Deacon 305, I love the way you bring God into everything. And I had to learn Mexican first. I love Mex. So what if he's Mexican? He's one of God's children.
I'm American. I'm American.
If he was all that bad, he wouldn't be on the panel trying to learn from y'all. He's trying to learn from the black race of people. Fred, thank you.
I appreciate you.
We got to hold Deontay Wilder up.
Now how am I
gonna allow me to respond to that, Fred?
Oh, you hell yeah, you gonna, you know you can respond.
Go ahead and respond. Mike, can I say something? You don't call me out my name or anything like that. You go right ahead and respond.
Mike, can I say something to her first?
My parents raised me better than that. I would never do that. First of all, I'd never do that. The first thing I want to, and also, I'm both an officer and a gentleman, so I'd never do that. Okay, your feelings. All I can say is, I wish I could change them. I wish you could see my heart, but obviously you can't. So I'll just say I love you, and I wish you well.
Sir.
Okay, that's it.
Love, peace, and sauce, sweetheart.
Awesome, Mrs. Patricia Shelton.
Now, Deacon, you had enough, man.
Go ahead, Kyle. Go ahead, Kyle.
Thank you,
Kyle.
Hi, Birdman.
I'm sorry, Kyle. I'm sorry.
Hey, you need to come on this show more often. I like.
Hey, why they treat the light skins like that, Kyle? That's fucked up.
Oh, I've been missing Kyle all night. My bad.
And I'm not saying that I agree with
go
you.
get my daughter, but that might be too much for y'all.
I'm not saying that I agree with you, ma'am. I'm not saying that. I think you're dead wrong, but still, I love you.
Okay, Kyle.
I just wanted to say something to her real quick.
Let Kyle go.
No, go ahead, Deacon. Go ahead, Deacon. I can do all my talking when we close out.
Of course, you think she's wrong. Narcissist never thinks he's wrong. That's part of
I'm sorry, DJ.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, DJ. But let Deacon go, then Kyle, then you, DJ.
So what brings you to the point where you can call me a narcissist? Do you know me?
Right.
Can we let Deacon get off, and then we'll circle the wagon. Michael, you're gonna be able to respond, so don't worry about it.
Amazing.
Everybody will get able to respond. We're gonna do a little bit of overtime tonight, but go ahead, D.
Yes.
Wait. Hey, Fred, if my phone dies, I'm gonna put my other phone up. You better let me back on.
Yeah, I've never let nobody back on. What are you talking about?
Birdman panicking.
I'm just waiting to bring in Anthony so he can have a clean slate. But anyways, go ahead. He can hear, but go ahead. Go ahead, D.
Yes, Miss Patricia. I love you. I love your spirit. I love your energy. You are to be respected. I tried my best, whether you wanted me to or not, to defend a queen, my sister, my elder sister. I love you. And I got beat up for it, but it's cool. And I'll do it again. I wouldn't change a thing.
When did you get beat up, Deacon?
tonight.
Jerry can't.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. But
Miss Patricia.
you know, I just felt that you know, I don't want to bring it back up, but I just felt that you are deserving of respect, and I spoke on it, and I got pounced on, but it's okay. And I agree with you that Max is one of God's children, right?
Yeah.
And maybe I need to change the way I speak as it pertains to this issue, because I don't want you taking that or him the wrong way. So if God took my sister to come on here and scrape me out, I'll take that. You know, I'll take that, and I'll do my best to work on me and try and change me so that you can, and as well as everyone, to receive me better. So I thank you for that. I thank God for you. And
well, that wasn't towards you, because there's nights that you come on here and when you speak, you don't know what you do for me. This was to the Michael Fuller guy. And one reason why I like to show Mick so much respect is because it's a small world out here. I never know. I may be in his city one day, or we may be somewhere, never know where, and I may need him and he may be there. Or Michael may be somewhere and Deontay Water may be there.
And what are you trying to say, ma'am?
What am I trying to say?
What are you trying to say?
How you treat a person. Be careful what you say about a person.
Let's stay low.
Be careful what you speak on a person. I heard BFTB say,
ma'am, let me tell you something, ma'am. Let me tell you something.
No, Mr. Fuller.
One thing my parents did not raise.
Oh, let her finish, Mr. Fuller. Let her finish, Mr. Fuller.
My parents did not raise a coward,
Mr.
man.
Fuller, let her finish. Let her finish. You can respond.
Not raise a coward.
I heard BFTB say the other day that he went to introduce himself to Deontay Water. And Deontay said, I know who you are. So you never know who's watching you.
So what?
Be very careful what you.
I'm on the internet anywhere. I mean, that's no problem.
Who knows what you look like? You never show your face.
You see my picture right there.
That may not be you. It may not be you.
I'll tell you what. This is what I'll tell you, ma'am.
I'm gonna get off because now you are you would be one of those kind of guys that would make me come out of my character and do a commercial shield on you. Because you need
don't come out your character, Miss Patricia. Don't come out your character.
Why you guys laughing, man? Just
incredibly
disrespectful. Respect our sister.
You need a lot of help. You need a lot of help because you're not even arrogant. You think so high. You know what? I'm gonna give you it's like when God was in heaven and Satan was there. He thought so highly of himself. God had to knock him out. That's how you're acting. Wow. You want to go above and beyond everybody, and you want to be right all the time.
That's amazing.
So I am going to come back to my character and calm down. And Fred, I love you.
No, you don't love me. You just compare me to Satan. You just compare me to Satan.
DJ, thank you for always standing up for Cal on the show.
That's amazing.
Now, I love you. Good night, everybody. Love, peace.
Love you.
Love, Miss Patricia.
God bless you. Love
you.
Yeah.
You on. Michael Fuller, I'm your Huckleberry. Play with me because you ain't the only one with a college degree on here, buddy.
All right, go ahead, DJ. And we got to bring it in.
I don't know you, man.
Wow.
I don't know you.
I don't give a fuck who you know. I don't give a fuck who you know. I done listened. I done sat back and listened. You be a narcissist on all these panels for long enough, man. Insecure people, the ones who keep having to tell people how smart they are. You have some type of insecurity within your heart. Who used to beat you up, man? Who taught you to hate you? For you to have to come on here and keep throwing out your accolades every time we get into a debate to have to remind us how smart you are. That just shows your insecurity. I'm done with you. I ain't got nothing else to say. Deacon, my brother, I love you. I love you. I love how you come over here and you talk about your religion.
Too,
a lot of people hold their religion on their sleeve. But I'm gonna tell you something my grandmama taught me. Don't ever just listen to people who just throw their religion out, these Bible thumping Christians out here, because the devil know the Bible too. That's all I'm gonna say. And a lot of times that you throw shit out here, you'll just throw it out there like God said this, God said that, I do this, I do that. But you'll come over here and just start talking about murdering people. So I don't talk. So you start telling people to pull up and all this other type of stuff. I sit back and I listen to that a lot of nights, and it just throws me off. But at the same time, I remember shit my grandmama told me. The devil know the Bible too, baby. Everybody who throw out Bible scripture, because I can throw out Bible scripture left and right, because I was raised in the church too. I can throw out Bible scripture left and right, but I also know I'll crack a motherfucking shit open. So the devil know the Bible too. I'm not fucking through. I sat back and listened to your dribble all night. You shut the fuck up while I'm talking.
Let him get off.
You shut the fuck up while I'm talking. You talking to a man now, bro. My grandmama sent 4 kids to college by her fucking self. I don't give a shit about what your daddy did to you. My grandmama sent 4 kids to college by her motherfucking self. All of them graduated. I don't want to hear shit you got to say to me. And we got certifications in other fields. That's why I can go anywhere in this motherfucking country and get a job. Do any fucking thing I want to in 3 different fields. Drive anything. You a fucking clown, man.
Yeah, DJ,
you don't want to keep having to remind people how smart you are. I don't do that shit. This is a lot.
Hold on. Let me speak to DJ for a second.
This is the first time.
DJ is a good man.
This is the first time. Like Kyle don't even. I've been talking to Kyle for years. This is the first time he's heard some of this shit. Like my guy, just sit back and chill sometimes. Just sit back and be like, it's okay. Just sit back and learn. Learn people. You don't know people. You that guy who used to get chased in the house. You that guy used to get chased in the house, my guy.
Think so? You think so?
I was fucking your bitch on homecoming and still maintain the 3.5. So what you talking about?
You a clown.
You a fucking clown, my guy. You a clown. That's why you got to keep having to remind people how smart you are. Them insecurities coming out. But it's okay. Birdman, my Bama brother.
You a clown.
How you been, man?
Hey, what's up, DJ?
What's
No,
going on,
Mr. Fuller, you have every right to respond.
Yeah, let Michael Fuller
have every right to
respond.
respond.
And then I want to speak to DJ after he
I want all of it. I want all of it. Everybody come on. I'm going to be.
Okay, mute then. Mute yourself.
I did. I even DJ.
Here's the deal. Now,
where's the love, my brother?
I'm talking to a man now. I don't argue with women. I wasn't raised like that. Okay, so let me tell you something. You may think that I ran in the house. You don't know me. You don't know me, partner, at all. At all. What I will tell you is this. There ain't nothing scared or cowardly about me. I'm willing to die for mine. Okay? Don't get it twisted when I get on here and I talk in a way that's intelligent. Don't get it twisted, sir. What I'm trying to tell you is ain't nothing cowardly about me. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Never said you were a coward. I said you were a narcissist.
You said I used to run in the house as a kid.
You probably did. But I'm just saying we haven't addressed that narcissism yet.
He had to run in and go study.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not gonna sit up and argue with a woman, but here's the deal. I give every man his due respect. I'm not gonna disrespect you, but I be darned, man. I'm not gonna be in here cussing and acting a fool. But don't get it twisted, man. I protect me and I protect what's mine. Plain and simple. Nobody's gonna walk up on me, do anything to me or my family. None of that. So if you thinking that's my MO, you wrong. You're completely wrong. So believe what you want. But I'm telling you, if you think that's who I am, you sadly mistaken.
I said all that, and all you heard was, ain't nobody gonna hurt me and my family. I didn't threaten you one time, brother. I just completely destroyed your character. But it's okay, though.
Let me speak to you. Hold on. It's my turn.
Yeah, let me get the super chat, because it may be 20 minutes down the line. Roland Curtis, the white dude can't dismiss the Mexican dude downplaying the black man's academic achievements as generational. I am a Gen Y millennial in my 30s, and I salute Dr. Fuller's academic accomplishments. Absolutely. It's nothing. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's what.
He was my point. I didn't say, I said just the opposite.
Hey, can I respond to?
Yeah, for sure. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah. DJ, I love you too, brother. That's not mistaken. Now, you said that you hear me telling people to pull up. I admit it. I said that, right? And just like you, DJ, you are a man, right?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Right?
He's listening.
Yeah.
He's working simultaneously.
And I said that I thought I had got certain things out of my system, but on the internet, I see that I still allow people to push my buttons. I thought all of that was out of me. But coming on the internet shows me something different. That I still need to maintain something else. I need to work on other things that I thought was all gone. So that's why a lot of times even Max say, well, what Deacon, why are you apologizing again? Because I find myself, I don't have no problem with apologizing if I know I'm wrong, right? And yeah, I apologize because I'm man enough to do that. I don't like when I come out of character, like Mr. Shelton said. I find myself coming out of character and doing things that I thought I've gotten over, right? And then I find myself feeling bad about it. Like, damn, I shouldn't have did that. But it's too late to pull it back in because I done already said it. I done already did the act. You know what I'm saying?
So why you keep making the same mistakes more than once, though, Deacon?
Hey, I'm not talking. Come on, man. Come on, come on, man. Come on.
Max, let him get off.
This man, this is what I'm talking about, man. This is what I'm talking about.
Minutes, bro.
This is exactly what I'm talking about, man. Come on, man. That's why I like to. If I'm gonna have certain conversations, I like to be around certain people where I don't have to be disrespected because I'm gonna give respect. And when you give respect, respect is due back to you.
But Digga, I wasn't being disrespectful. I was asking, why do you apologize about the same things over and over? It shows that you have a pattern of doing shit you have to apologize for.
Be quiet and let him talk. Stop interrupting him. How about that?
I'm asking a question. I didn't ask your opinion, Mr. But hey, if you and Deacon got some bromance going on, y'all keep that off the show, bro.
Man, go ahead, D. Go ahead, D.
You see the level of disrespect here is something serious, man.
Yeah, the intensity is high tonight.
And this is what I tried my best to keep us from doing as brothers, going through anything. We go through too much already than to be trying to go at each other, bruh. No, so yeah, I'm always speaking like I speak and trying to speak against certain things like that because I know the road that we're traveling on. I know that the people that came before us was far greater to me. The courage that they showed, the unity that they showed. And think about this. Last night, what was said on the panel last night, when I said it, I was jumped on. And so people say, hey, man, you're wrong. This man want to be a separatist. He's saying it was better when it was segregated. Now, last night, it was a whole show. It was a whole panel agreeing with the same sentiments, but nobody said that was wrong.
That's wrong.
Do you remember that, Fred?
Hey, Deacon, can I say something to you, sir?
I'll address Jerry in a minute too. I got something for Jerry too. Go
Let
ahead.
me say something.
Yeah. Hold on. But DJ, listen, man. I ain't got no problem with you, bro. I love you as a brother, and that'll never stop. And if I said anything wrong to you about what your name gonna be about you, because anything as men, when we say something, we can say it to each other. If I said anything that you didn't appreciate as a man, brother, I apologize. Because that's not what I'm not trying to keep no fire burning between us as men, as black men. Anytime I'm on these panels, I'm trying to elevate us, right? And I know I'm not the best at it, but I try to do what I can when I can, right? And I learn from y'all. Listen, a lot of times I sit down and listen to you guys, man. Sometimes I learn things that never came across my tape, never came across my mind. I learn from y'all.
I got one. All right, I know you're a man of God because we talk on Instagram all the time.
Yes, sir.
But the thing about it is, you've been a man of God. I mean, I know we as men aren't perfect, but when we're on this internet, you got to be careful how you present yourself because you don't want to be a stumbling block to other people that are trying to find their way. When they see you preaching and trying to lead us in the right direction, and then a second you let somebody blow you off the top. then you got to. I mean, you. It's hard to come back from it, but at the same time, you got to think God ain't done with you yet. So I just say, I know you guys are wise. All you older guys are wise, man. But like when it comes to religion, you got to be careful because people are paying attention. They're gonna like, man, this dude's phony because he's up here 1 minute he's preaching and saying God, and the next minute he's cussing. I mean, like me, I'm not perfect, but I know I don't want to be a stumbling block to anybody else. You just want to try to walk in the right way. And with all the older guys that are on here, we can't be hypocritical because one person, a young guy, says one thing, and then the older guys disagree and just blow us out like we're being disrespectful. Because in the same token, Max was trying to ask Deacon something, Michael Fuller, no disrespect, but you came out, you were trying to be a D, I felt like, and that's not fair.
I was trying.
So,
to
hold on, Bird. Can I say something? Can I respond to that? Wait, Bird. Listen,
okay.
what I said was very clear. I said something that was very clear. I said I get on here and I make mistakes, and
that's what I was saying. I was agreeing with you on that.
Right. And I apologize for those mistakes, no matter how many times. Right? If God can, how many times does God forgive you?
He forgives you 10-fold
in a day. You understand me? So if God, listen, if I don't forgive, if you don't forgive, God ain't gonna forgive me or you.
True,
so hold on. So I make mistakes. I ask for forgiveness, right? As I should, and I made that clear. And then he come back and say, "Well, why you keep doing things over and over?" We all sin every day. But that's no excuse for nobody. But he who without sin, let him cast the first stone. We all sin. But are you willing to ask for forgiveness? Are you willing to try and get better? Yes, I am.
Yeah,
I do.
Trying to criticize.
I know. But so what Michael was just saying is, let me finish my point. That's all. He was just saying, just let the man finish his point.
Yes, sir.
We go ahead.
But yes, sir. But that I was saying, but he was just asking genuine question, and that you can feel the heat coming from Mike. You know, just to prove a point. You know, let him finish talking. He was saying what he was saying. It don't have to be like that. And Michael Fuller, no disrespect to you, but sometimes everything don't have to be like you get your lick, I'll get my lick. You get your lick, I'll get my lick. I'll have the last word. Sometimes it's just better just to be silent. You know, you don't always have to be correct about everything. It's okay if you want to say something. Sometimes it's just better not to say anything. That's the way I was taught.
Yeah, and it's best to know God for yourself, is how I was raised. It don't matter who know God. It's about your personal relationship with God, is what I always say.
Yes, sir.
Know God, know him for yourself.
I was saying we just got to be careful. Like when
I get what you're saying. And I love what you said. I actually love what you said, and I take that in and I receive that. I'm
gonna tell you, I learned from every single one of you guys on this panel right here.
Likewise.
Every single one of you guys. I take this out in my day-to-day life. And this is what, I mean, we might fuss and fight amongst each other, but at the end of the day, man, we're learning from each other, and we're all brothers.
That's right.
No matter what you are. Like, everybody's not going to have the same struggle, but I was raised to believe, you know, even though we got the black brothers, but Mex, he's still our brother. He's a human race, and if I'm a Christian, I got to accept him just as long as this is how I accept my other black brothers and sisters. I mean, I don't like to bring up race. I mean, I love my black people, but I love the human race, period, point blank.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Too. And I even love
why I fuck with you, Birdman.
There's nothing wrong with that. But can I be clear about something? I'm going to be clear about something. I am not a Christian. I am not a title. I am a spiritual child of God. I used to go under that banner until I continued to build my relationship with God. I learned these titles only separates us and divide us. In one neighborhood that I live in, there's 14 churches. And nobody speaks to each other. If you don't go to that denomination, you don't go to that church, they don't speak to you. They'll just leave that church, ride by you, won't even speak to you.
Yes, sir. But hey, in the South, see, I grew up different. In the South, like I grew up Baptist and Pentecostal. We every end of the month we go to each other's church to learn from each other.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, like I said, God's not finished with you, Deacon.
Right.
And you know how Wilder practices and all these boxers practices, you know, so they can be good in that ring. That's us as Christians. And just because, you know, we feel like God took us out of that stormy weather, it's always going to be looming over your head until the day.
That's right.
So you got to be prayed up. Always be prayed up. That's just like being a bodybuilder. You know what I mean?
And I grew up Pentecostal as well, speaking tongues, the whole nine, shouting and praising God, and I'm still on that. I just don't ascribe to the titles.
Birdman, can I ask you a question then about this whole God sinning and forgiving and apologizing shit? At what point is the human being themselves being held accountable? I was taught if you make the same mistake twice, it ain't a mistake. It's a pattern.
Well, it's like this. Man
Well,
has
God don't forgive you. If you don't forgive man, God don't forgive you.
Man has a
I
law.
don't believe in forgiveness. I think forgiveness is weakness.
Oh, okay.
I hold
So
grudges
God
to
is
the
weak,
end.
huh?
You fuck me over. That's it. I don't owe you shit to forgive.
I'll tell you like this right here, man. He's gonna work on you eventually because we're in this group with you. So eventually, I hope I rub off on you. I hope somebody like Deacon, anybody rubs off on you. But you just gotta eventually. You'll know. You'll catch on to what we're saying as far as.
Now, all I'm asking is, where's the self accountability as a man on earth, away from the God factor?
Okay.
You as a man make decisions. You as a man, your decisions might be a mistake. But if you keep making the same mistake over and over and over and over, it is no longer a mistake. It's a pattern. It's who you are. It is your character.
Hey, I love y'all. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one.
That's what I'm asking.
Mike,
so at what point do you
Fred,
Deacon,
DJ,
at what point you say, okay, God's
Kyle,
gonna do it, I'm gonna do it
Champion
again.
Heart,
God's gonna do
Bird,
it, I'm gonna do it again. We just say, I'm just not gonna do it no more.
Max, love y'all.
All right,
All right, love you,
let me
Deacon.
answer this real
Good night,
quick.
man. Good dreams.
Good night.
All right, Deacon. Good night, man. Good night.
Good night. Yes, sir.
All right, bro. Go ahead, Max. You want to finish? Are you done, Max?
Yeah, that's my only question. Is at what point is a man accountable for his own actions?
I'll tell you like this.
Same shit.
I'll tell you like this. Without religion, God gives you common sense. So when you get fed up with it, you don't have to hate the person, but just just got to walk away from it. That's my only answer. I don't know how I can answer that. And that was kind of, I don't know. Maybe one of these guys can answer it.
Fred, I just got a quick question since they keep talking.
Hey,
about
what's
God.
going on, brother?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Anthony.
I just got a quick question. I
ahead,
wanted to ask Deacon. So, do you guys believe that you're gonna float off to heaven? You believe?
Do we believe we're gonna float off to heaven? You say?
Yeah. And if you have a dead relative or something like that, mom, dad, some grandmother, you think they up in heaven looking over you, smiling and all that?
Well, if they repent and believe, eventually, God doesn't lie. So, I take His word for the truth. So, if He says you repent and believe,
I'm just saying, do you believe that you're going to float off to heaven? And if there's somebody die, when they do those funerals and they tell you, she's not gone, she's looking above. That's not her body right there. She's up in heaven looking.
Hey, it depends on what kind of person you are on earth, and if you accept, like the way I was raised.
Is that a yes?
Yeah, you have to answer. You can't just say yes or no because life is not like that. The way I was raised, you got to accept Jesus Christ, and you got to start moving from the wicked ways that you used to live, and it has to be
okay. So if you're doing all that, then you believe that you're going to float off to heaven and be with the Lord.
Well, I haven't died yet, so I don't know, but that's my goal. That's my only goal on earth.
Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you another question. Do you believe in the Trinity?
Father, Son, and Holy Ghost?
Yes.
Yes.
So you believe that it's one God with three different personalities?
It's God, man. God is everything about God is far beyond our understanding. So I'm not going to try to.
That's the Trinity concept. I want to make sure you understand, and you could just give me a simple answer.
Yes, I believe in that. I believe God's all those, and we're in His image.
So that right there just points it all out. That you have to understand the Word of God, number one. But that's what you guys need to figure out first. Whoever believes in that sense right there, you need to get in the book and read for yourself and get with somebody who can show you or help you with things that you don't understand in the book.
I agree.
You're going around talking about God and love and God, all this stuff, but you don't even know Him.
I know God. I know God personally because I pray every day, and He's changed my life. That's why I treat everybody with respect. I didn't used to do that. So clearly, He's did something good in my life to make me want to be a better person.
Well, I'm just saying, when I say that, you have to understand the Bible, the book, okay, in order to understand what I'm saying when I say you don't know God. Because
okay, I got
in the book it tells you.
This is the answer I got for you.
It describes to you how you know Him and how He would even know you. You understand what I'm saying? But you have to get in the book, number one.
True, and you know, every time you read that Bible, you always going to learn something until the day you die. So that's one thing I like about the Bible, because every time you read, it's something you get every time. And if somebody says something wrong to you, you go back to that Bible and you look it up, just like you would do on Google.
That's what I'm doing right now. Because when you guys go to talking about God, and I'm not going to sit up here and try to preach it, but you have to understand the word, and by doing that, you'll understand that you don't even know Him. If you believe in those concepts right there, you're gonna float off to heaven.
You're saying that wrong.
God,
There's no floating.
personalities.
When you die, you know what? We don't know how you're going to go to heaven. You might just be there like that. But I know that,
bro, you know everything. You know it all. If you read the book from front to back, and if you don't understand it, get somebody that you can consult with that will help you to understand the things you don't understand. It tells you from beginning to end. It's nothing left out, because in the book He tells you it's no secret.
I don't know how we turn this into a show about his religious beliefs and whatnot, man. Like that man believe what he believe. You believe whatever it is you believe.
But hey, DJ, he's the words here using like you're float off to heaven. You don't argue with that type of stuff. So I just let him think how he wants.
Because I'm kind of getting the idea of what he believes, and it's cool, man. Whatever you believe, that's what you believe. Whatever Birdman believes, that's what he believes. I don't debate nobody's religious beliefs. What it is,
we're not definitely not true.
I'm gonna let y'all go with that, but that ain't true.
Appreciate you. I want Jerry to get off. He's been waiting for.
All right, my brother, take it easy, man.
Go ahead, Jerry.
Okay, 2 statements and then 1 question. The first quick statement is just a minute ago, and it's funny how things come full circle, because, like I say, I keep saying that me and Michael got some fundamental things that we disagree on. But the guy was just saying a minute ago how Michael he doesn't have to be right or wrong. Sometimes it's better to just not say nothing. Well, that's exactly what he did with the lady that called in, because he had already explained himself fully. She went on and said what she had to say, and he said, listen, I love you, and that's that. And that's exactly what he did. He didn't try to elaborate any further.
Jerry, you wasn't listening because he responded to everything.
Let me finish. He had already explained himself, and that's exactly what he did. So, again, he does what he preaches, does what he preaches. Secondly, here tonight, I'm hearing a lot of talk about Christianity. I'm a Christian myself, grew up in a Pentecostal church, 50% black, but 50% white. We rejoice together, we sing together, we dance together, and we worship together. Here tonight, I've heard a whole lot of, I love you, brother. I love you. I love you. Max, I love you. You're my brother. Ain't nobody said they love me. Wow.
Jerry, if you would pay attention,
we love you too, Jerry. We love you too. We love you too, Jerry.
I love you too, Jerry. Shit.
I'm gonna address something you said before we get out of here. Go ahead, Jerry.
Deacon Mike don't love you, Jerry.
A minute ago said that they had something for me, but they never got a chance to get it off. Who was it that said that, and what is it that you got for me?
Go ahead, get him, DJ.
Man, see, this is the thing, right? When I hear older guys say, "Oh, this younger generation, y'all so disrespectful, this, that, and the third," right? Who y'all think we learned it from? We grew up watching y'all. It might not have been a father in the house, and something which I don't subscribe to that, by the way, because I think my grandmothers are stronger than a lot of these guys out here. It's a lot of dudes I grew up with fathers that straight puss right now, and they fathers were straight puss. I think my grandmother and my mama are stronger than a lot of these men out here, but that's neither here nor there. I'm talking about when older guys say, oh, y'all do this, y'all do that, we learned it from. There's nothing new under the sun. Y'all talk about our music, but you go back and listen to music from the 70s. Y'all was talking about the same shit. You go back and look, they talk about how these kids today dress, but you go back and look at how the Isley brothers was dressing. The same shit. It's really the same shit, if not worse. So that's my thing when older guys say y'all are so disrespectful, y'all don't have any respect, y'all don't listen. That's part of the disrespect that I'm talking about. We watched y'all disrespect each other. We watched y'all talk about each other. We watched how no matter what we do, y'all always had it harder. You know how many stories I got? I had to walk to school uphill both ways, 15 miles in the rain. Oh, you know how many of them stories I done heard? And it turns out some of them weren't true or just over exaggerated. So it's just, it comes to a point to where you got to understand there's nothing new under the sun. Only thing that's changing is technology. And so people don't change. The times do.
I disagree with that, but how old are you?
I'm 33.
33. Okay, I'm 53, so I guess I'm one generation roughly above you. When you
I'm
get
44.
married,
We're close.
you are very likely going to say the same things that you hear a person like me say. You're going to notice the differences between how you were raised and brought up. Of course, I don't know how you were personally raised and brought up. I wasn't taught. I was taught the things that I preach. That's why I believe in them and why I'm convicted to them. Now, to me, when I look around at kids today, I see a clear difference, generally speaking, in the behaviorisms, the mannerisms, the respect, all of that. I don't just say, talk poorly about the current generation because I want to, just because I'm older. No, I see that. Now, could I be wrong? I could be wrong, but my experiences, just like your life experiences, are going to dictate what I believe and what I'm convicted to. So that's why you hear people like myself say, this new generation, because when you become 53, 63, all of us, we all learn as we go. When I was a young man, I was very liberal. I didn't give a fuck what nobody did. But once I started working and earning and paying bills and mortgages and stuff, I started to see how what other people did and what they didn't do, more poignantly, affected me, both personally and financially. And I became a lot more conservative because of that. So that's my only point about that. I don't mean to talk about the this generation. I got a 17-year-old daughter, and she's smart as a whip. But I know that anything good about her, she got from me and her mother. She's seen us sacrifice, she's seen us work, and we taught her to be that way. But when I see like a lot of other kids, man, perfect case in point. When I was a kid, and you might not think this is relatable, but Michael might be able to see what point I'm making here. My mother made something for dinner. We ate what she made for dinner. When my little girl was growing up, she didn't want to eat what was made. Well, I'll make you chicken nuggets and stuff like that. And I'm like, what? That was totally foreign to me. Now, I had to accept that because my wife explained to me, look, her palate is not that sophisticated. If we don't feed her something, she ain't going to want to eat. She ain't going to eat yak and the other thing. But that's all I really got to say. There are generational differences from my generation, even to the ones prior to me. They would have said the same thing about my generation, and they did. But that it's I don't see it as being necessarily harmful. But it all relates to the bigger conversation that we have in here tonight. Just because you critique somebody doesn't mean that you're talking them down. In a lot of cases, what you're doing is you're trying to lift them up. You're trying to show them the error of your ways. And I stand on what I said about the lady that called in, and I'm sorry I don't remember her name. I didn't show her any disrespect. I disagreed with what she said. I didn't call her no names. I certainly didn't bring any race into it, but she likes Deontay Wilder, and that's clear. So she's taken kind of personal, in my opinion, what Mike Fuller is saying about his speech. But I see the bigger point. I see the bigger point that he wants Wilder to represent himself well. He's not so much criticizing, he wants to lift them up. And those type of fundamental thinkings are what needs to be adhered to for the betterment of all people, because that language thing he's talking about doesn't just refer to Wilder or black folks. It refers to anybody who speaks a language. So again, the bigger picture is critiquing somebody is not always downing them. As if you care for them, you're trying to help them.
Yeah, Jerry, you're definitely right about the generation of DJ. You're off on that, brother. You know, these young Thundercats today do not respect elders, man. And I come from a generation where we respected elders. You know, they look at them as targets now. You know, I have to tell my uncle all the time, stop walking out of the store with money in your hand. Stop doing that. Stop leaving the bank with money in your hand. You know, this generation, they look at them as targets. They don't respect them like we did.
So 15, 16, 17-year-olds didn't rob older people back in the day?
Yeah.
No, brother, you're not listening. You're not listening to what I'm saying.
No. I'm just saying, you know, because we talking about that generational gap, and I saw somebody in the chat say the older people didn't have drill music. Nah, but y'all had NWA. So I mean, listen, if we gonna do it, let's do it.
But you have to understand, I came from there's an old African saying where it takes a village to raise a child.
Absolutely.
That's where I came from. We don't have that anymore. You understand what I'm saying? We don't have that anymore. That's the generation that I came from. Coming from that generation, we respected our elders. Okay, and like you said, with technology and all of this stuff, you know, so I look at my daughters and the things that, you know, I tell them all the time, you know, you all got it good. You know what I'm saying? Because of the technology, they don't have a clue what a rotary phone is. You know how you make the hand symbol of a phone to your ear. You know, like you're as if you're talking on the phone. They didn't know what I was doing, because I said, "What is this?" They was like, "You putting your hand up to your head." They didn't know what it was. You know what I'm saying? Because they held their hand flat against their head. Now, when I did that, they knew what I was talking about. You understand what I'm saying?
And Champion Heart, I say to that is, y'all also had it good too, because y'all didn't have the internet. Back in the day, you took an ass whooping, you go home, you probably only the people that knew about the ass whooping was the people who was there. Nowadays, that ass whooping lives on for years. The people depending on who was there. You can't escape. You can't escape your enemies now. You can't escape. Usually, you used to be able to just go home, and that was your safe place. Now, when you go home, you turn on your laptop, trying to do your homework. You turn on your phone, trying to make some calls. You getting dings everywhere. Man, I heard you got your ass. What did you see? What such and such had on in school today? It was a day-to-day thing back then. Nowadays, you go home and close your door. You can't escape it. It's always there.
But check it out. You know, then we used to they call it gladiating. We used to make a circle, and you fight. And and when you fought, that was it. You live to fight another day. Now this generation's scared to take an ass whooping. You know what I'm saying? They ready to cap each other. You see what I'm saying?
Why? And you know why? Because you can't escape that ass whooping. You got to relive that ass whooping for years as if you were a professional, because the shit is caught on camera.
Yeah, but you know why that is, though, Champion Heart?
Yeah. Well, go ahead.
Y'all generation's fault, though. You know what I'm saying? Y'all generation was selfish. Y'all had the most selfish generation, period. Your age group was the worst generation, period. Y'all didn't raise no kids. The lack of fathers was at an all-time high with your, not you particular. I'm just saying your
No. You're somewhat right about that, because my grandmother raised me. My mother and father wasn't there. I was raised by my grandmother. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, the thing is that all of my friends came out of 2-parent households. I was the only one that was that where that statistic applied.
Y'all age group, you know what I'm saying? The niggas that was selling dope in 88 in the early 90s, this is your fault. All this is your fault.
All right, we're gonna give closing remarks. Hey, Miss Richardson, how you doing? Appreciate you coming through.
No, we ain't giving up closing remarks, man. We got cooking with the champ, man.
No, I know that. That's already set up.
We wasn't selling them to kids.
Go ahead, Mr. Fuller. Give your closing remarks.
Okay, great.
I heard you in the back.
All right, so I will repeat again. This is the last time I'll repeat it. I did not refer to Mr. Deontay Wilder as a subhuman. If there's anyone out there who thinks that I did that, or if you thought I misspoke, it's my apologies, because that's not what I meant. That was not the intent. And if you continue to listen to what I said, even the first night that we discussed it, you'll see that I made the correlation, that clarified that I was not calling him a subhuman. Now, again, if you took that the wrong way, all I can do is apologize that you took it the wrong way, but that's not what I intended. All right. Now, tonight I've been referred to or correlated as a devil. I've been called a coward by DJ.
I didn't call you a coward. Please continue.
Saying that I used to run in the house when I had conflict and so forth. I'm a strong advocate for people who are less than, who have been mistreated, like our people, Black people, me, myself. I didn't get to where I'm at right now, unscarred, unscathed. I've got plenty of scars, plenty, that most of you guys have no idea the type of crap that I've been through in my life to get to where I'm at, the avenue that I took. But that's okay. I'm still an advocate for our people. I'm an advocate for any group of people who are going through or not given the opportunities that should be given as citizens in the United States. And that just happens to be Black people, African Americans, for the most part, that are experiencing that more than any other group, probably other than Native Americans. It's obvious to me that my contributions to this panel are not appreciated. So from this point on, I'm going to say, forbid, wish you guys all well. Fred, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure coming on, but I'm done with these clowns.
Mike, you ain't even got to do that, man. Just
No, let him go. No, let him go. Let him go. No, let him go. Let him go.
And
I appreciate you, brother.
It'll make a lot of them happy because but see, here's the thing. This is what my Bible tells me. When you go and you cast wisdom before people and they turn and spit on you, spit in your face, then it's time for you to wipe the dust from your feet and go on to the next town. That's what Jesus told his disciples when they went out and preached the gospel. When he told them, he said, if they don't accept the gospel, then you take the dust, knock it off your feet, and you go to the next town. I wish that I could help these guys, the things that I've been telling them, but it's obvious. The things that I say they're being twisted. They're not being taken. I'm a narcissist, this, that, and the other. It's all good, man. If you guys only knew. If you only knew, but you don't.
No, Jerry, let him get off. Let him get off.
Yeah. So what I'll say is God bless you. I wish all you guys well. I wish there was something that I could have done or said that would have helped you in your journey. But maybe in 6 months I'll be back.
Hey, Fuller, can I say something? Hey, you don't have.
Let him get off. Let him get off. This is final mark.
No, go ahead. What do you want?
Hey, Jerry. I mean, I'm sorry about that. Hey, Fuller, you don't have to. That's just like you. It's just like you're just quitting just because we don't have the same opinions. Don't quit, man. Just stay here.
See, here's the thing. I don't mind people disagreeing with me, but when you stoop to calling me a devil, saying things that I said that I did not say. I had this guy get on DJ and tell me that when I was younger, I used to run in the house scared. This guy doesn't know
a lot of shit, and that's all you heard. Man, bye. Go. You done said what you had to say. Go. Goodbye.
You also called me a narcissist.
Let him finish.
You also called me a narcissist. So I'm gonna do all of you guys.
No, man.
No, Birdman, let him go. Please let him go. Please let him go. Please let him go. I don't beg nobody to stay. Please let him go. Please let him go. Please let him go. He up here comparing himself to Jesus.
Let him finish. And let the man finish. You're going to have your closing remarks.
I'm going to do you guys all a favor, and I'm going to say good luck to you. God bless. I'm out.
Man.
Peace.
Damn.
Jerry, go ahead.
That's unfortunate because you know Fred as well as most on the panel that, especially in the early going, me and Michael.
Y'all carried the show.
Right.
Well, we disagreed on some fundamental things, but I appreciate and always look forward to his input. And you know, someone called him a narcissist earlier, and I wouldn't have agreed with that until he did that, what he just did right there, because he's easily smart enough to understand that this is a bit of a public display. We got multiple ages. People going to disagree. Now, I do agree with him with the name calling, but he called me a devil early on. He called me a white devil, and that hurt me, man. I didn't like hearing that from him. So I do understand why some people get on him, because he does come off a little bit like, you know, what he says is gospel. Like he basically said, he referred to a gospel. When I'm teaching the gospel, if you don't listen, well, listen, Mike, I mean, I appreciate and understand most of your points, but you can't convince yourself that it's gospel. We've all been through some shit. Boy, if I ever told you guys my background and how I was abused and everything that I could tell you, man, you'd fucking probably feel pretty sorry for me. But also I would say this, because I hear this, and I've heard this said before, and I heard it say here tonight, that black folks can't be racist because they don't control import or export or this or that. That is some of the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Mexican people don't control none of that neither. But can they be racist? Of course they can. Racism lives in the heart of men where it exists. It's not what that equivalency that is made there about we don't control this. That ain't got shit to do with racism. Nothing whatsoever. And so, you know, with that, I'll just say lastly that I appreciate everyone on the panel. We disagree on here. Several nights we've gotten on here, and two guys will be going head to head disagreeing, and the next night they're agreeing on shit left and right. That's just the nature. That's just human nature. That's the nature of discussions on panels like this. And it's unfortunate that Mike, you know, doesn't see it that way. I understand he felt disrespected, and I get that. And I also get the wisdom, and he does toot his horn about his education and stuff. But guess what? If I had all them degrees and shit, I'd be doing the same thing. Now, I wouldn't be telling people they have to believe what I believe, but I also would let them know, hey, I'm telling you this from a refined point of view, and with education behind it, and I walk the walk and I talk the talk, and so you don't have to believe, but you got to respect what I'm telling you. And if you disagree, but don't call me names, and don't cast me as a coward or someone that ran and stuff like that, because if you don't know that to be true, you're just flying off and speaking out of hand. Anyway, great show tonight, Fred.
Great show. Thank you
to everybody.
No, appreciate you.
All right, man. Later.
Everybody else.
All right, Jerry.
Go ahead, Birdman.
She didn't call Michael Fuller a devil though.
What I want to say to Michael Fuller is, man, shit, people gonna say everything they want to say about you, man. This is the internet. You got to have a thick skin to be on here, man. Just quitting. Yeah. If you quit on this right here, man, that means you're quitting something in life. So with all those accolades, man, I don't think quitters should be part of it, man. We ain't gonna never agree all the time. We're gonna talk about each other, cuss each other out. That's part of this show. Is hopefully we don't do it in the real world. See, all y'all my brothers. I don't care what color you are.
Hey, look.
No. Let him get off. Let him get off.
Yeah, let him get off, man.
Let him get off. You can respond.
And for the older generation and the young generation, we got to start listening to each other. We ain't gonna always agree. Shit, I don't agree with everybody, but just because you're older, don't make your word the last thing that's true. Because just because you're older, we go through shit too as a younger person. Y'all might pick cotton, but in my line of work, shit, I have to wash shit off the floor. Some old person shit's on the commode. So which one is worse, picking cotton or picking up shit? I mean, we all just different.
Appreciate you.
That's all I have to say.
All right, Birdman, my brother.
Y'all. I was giving an example, y'all.
Right.
That shit was terrible, right? They were like,
man, look. You can tell I struck a nerve and I hurt his feelings. I hurt his feelings when I told him he used to run in the house. That shit struck a nerve. Out of everything I said, that's the only thing that he kept coming back to. Shit must have been true. You know, in my experience, when somebody keep highlighting that, it must have been true. I'm not attacking the man for his intelligence. I applaud him for all his degrees. My thing is, you ain't got to keep reminding us you smart. Smart people don't have to tell us they smart. Just like real gangsters don't have to tell us they gangsters. They don't want to be gangsters. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to keep reminding us, bro. We heard you the first time. We heard you the first time, man. It's okay. I applaud listen, I want to say this about Michael. I applaud all of his accomplishments. But I wouldn't be standing on my soapbox every chance I got to remind people how smart I am. You should already know. And the fact that he left like that is like, well, everything that I'm saying, y'all ain't getting. No, we ain't got to agree with you, bruh. We don't have to agree with everything you saying. And the fact that he took his ball and went home confirms everything that I thought about Michael Fuller. He is a fucking coward. The reason why I respect Meg so much, he might say a lot of dumb shit, a lot of shit that I don't agree with, but at least he has the courage of it. Even Deacon 305, right? And that's why I led what I love him. I love how he holds his religion on his sleeve. They have the courage of their convictions. They understand. They stand on their square. Whatever they got to say, that's how they feel, because that's who they are. They don't run away from issues. They say what they say. They mean what they say. We might disagree with them, but they say it and they mean it. Michael Fuller got on here night after night after night after night and tried to remind us of how smart he was, tried to tell us that if we don't, pretty much, if I'm paraphrasing, if we don't agree with him, we're all less than him, we're all less educated than him, and we shouldn't and we don't deserve to even speak to him. It's that type of egotistical, narcissistic behavior that gets at me. Because you're not the only one, bro. You're not the only one that's smart on here. All of us are intelligent brothers. All of us. But we don't constantly have to remind people that we are. And the fact that he ran like that because we didn't agree with him, or somebody finally challenged him on that, he ran. He ran. That's another difference, man. You can't just get on here and spew out all that rigmarole that you spew out night after night after night. And when somebody finally challenges you, you pick up and go home. It's okay, bro. I'm glad he gone. That's why I was saying, let him go. No, Birdman, don't talk him in the stand. Let him go. Let him take his ball and go home. Let him sit on the internet and listen. Bro, you up on the internet after midnight just like the rest of us. Talking about different issues, talking about sports, whatever it is, he brings it back to race and how everybody's in, how some people are inferior, these people are superior. We should be doing this as black people. That's that and the third, bro. What did that have to do with Devin Haney whooping the dog shit out of Camboso Saturday? Like that was my issue. You don't have to remind us how smart you are, man. We heard it. I love it. I love that type of energy because I love checking fools like that. But that's all I had to say, man. I love y'all. Kyle, we still doing film study tonight?
Well, we doing whatever you want to do, man. I'm scared.
Don't be scared, man. Oh man. But yeah, last thing I'm gonna say, Fred.
Yes.
Put some respect on Jalen Hurts.
I am. He's the leading candidate.
6-0 MVP candidate.
Hey, both of you niggas apologize to Kyle Davis right now. Because I told both of you son bitches that Jalen Hurts is gonna be good. And
I said we gonna go as far as Jalen Hurts take us.
We'll wait for the second half of the season. I'm waiting for the second half of the season.
We reckon shit. Don't worry about it. We're gonna take this week off, then we're gonna come back, beat the dog shit out the Steelers, and then it's just gonna be that. We're gonna go from there.
Yeah, y'all beat the Steelers. Y'all should have fun this week.
All right, man. Y'all take it easy.
All right, DJ, man.
Anthony, what's up, man?
Hey, listen,
what you got, Anthony?
I'm gonna tell y'all this real quick.
Oh, you gonna be talking?
Damn, I just need to tell y'all.
Anthony,
y'all
what's up, man?
Break time.
What's up,
That's
man?
all
What's
I
up,
wanted
man?
to say.
Go ahead. What's up?
Yeah, just to close it out for me. I think this is, a great platform.
It is, man. It's getting better and better. Y'all motherfuckers are smarter than the motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie, but continue.
That gangster Deacon, man, he just needs to stop.
Gangster Deacon.
Bro, I mean, it's like, I mean, like for real, man. Like, I don't sit around here and try to talk about the Bible but man, that he got a whole lot to even try to understand about the Bible. But man, all that thumping and being a gangster, good Lord. But and then, you know, as far as the whole thing with Mike, you know, I can agree with DJ and a lot of things that he said about it, you know, but to each their own opinion, man. I get tired of him talking about his him and Deacon preaching and Michael telling us, giving us his bio every time. I mean, yeah, it really does kind of get on my nerves too. But yeah, man. Other than that, man, it was a great show. Fred, we'll get back to that boxing talk next time.
tomorrow. Yeah. All right, Anthony, man. All right, my brother.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Go ahead, Max. You still there, Max?
Yeah, I'm always here, man. I don't run it high. You know what I'm saying? But hey, Deacon's my dog. He knows Deacon knows he's my dog, man. So I agree with everything Deacon fucking said. I'm glad that a black person got to say it to him, or else he wouldn't listen. So at least it meant something to him. You know, I think this shit is honestly, this shit getting kind of old. You feel me? Like, I don't know. Like, my request to you, Fred, because you my big homie, bruh. You feel me? And you got money, dog. Like, one day a week, I think your show should be dedicated on how to get some fucking money, bro. We over here talking about race every fucking night, bro. I want to know how you get some real money, bro. Like,
yeah,
that's all I'm concerned about right now. I don't give a fuck about none of this other shit. This shit does nothing for my fucking life, bro. I want to learn how to get me stock options. I want to learn where to put my money. If I have an extra $200 every month, what should I be doing? Should it be life insurance? Should it be stocks? Should it be like, I need to figure some shit out, bro. Like, this shit does nothing for me. I'm sorry, like I expect, hey, y'all live your life, it's cool. I don't walk outside and judge everybody by fucking color of skin. I don't fucking prejudge anybody by fucking color of skin. Like, so that shit is nothing for me. I'm tired of being where I'm at, and I'm trying to get some fucking money. And you're a fucking millionaire. You feel me? So I got a close enough connection with you.
I'll think of a segment.
Something, some financial shit, bro. Whether you know, it could be anything. It's something to help regular motherfuckers that don't got millions get some more money.
That's fair. I agree with you.
You feel me? But as far as this shit go, I mean, it's the same shit every time. When you get the same characters on the show, you kind of know.
It was a different show tonight, though. God damn.
Yeah, it was different.
It was.
The intensity was high.
But I just want to say, I do remember, like, us 4 months ago on the Sean Porter, you know, dress up contest and shit, kind of cracked it off and shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
shout out to everything boxing. How's he doing? I haven't seen him in a minute.
He good.
Good. How's he doing? He's good. Okay.
He had he doing some property, doing some work on his property in Atlanta.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's cool.
But I think Mike will be back, man. He'll
be back.
It happens. Sometimes you get packed out. You know what I mean? I've been packed out a lot of times in my life. It's okay.
Yeah. Listen. If anybody could say that they don't want to come back anywhere, it's Mex. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. They done called Mex. Mex have been called everything you can be called. This is what I was saying though. Deacon has threatened this man with murder. He came back, and a nigga called you a narcissist. You said, "Oh, I ain't coming back, man. Fuck you." You know what I'm saying? And she ain't called you devil. She was making like a parallel.
Life will take care of itself.
He called Jerry a devil a few times. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is, dog, listen. Look in the mirror and own your shit. All right? The best improvement is self-improvement. The biggest room is
room of improvement.
You know what I'm saying? All right. And
can we let Max finish, please?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you.
No, Max, get your ass out of here, man.
Hey, Kyle always have my
thank you.
Kyle's always have my back, man. And I, you know, this shit don't mean nothing to me, bro, because I don't have a desperate desire for everyone to see things my way and to understand me and to live their life by my standards. Like I like fucking with all y'all, man. I learned something from everybody. Even if I think some of it's bullshit, I'm still like, damn. Like, it teaches me there's still people out here that think this shit. And I don't discount anyone's personal fucking life experience. You guys all live in your own spots, in your own neighborhoods, in your own life, bro. I can't tell you how to live from out here in California, but vice versa also, bro. Like, honestly, this shit is just I feel like we're running around in circles at points in time. does get annoying to always bring race into everything, bro. We brought race into missing weight, dog. That's like gotta be all time great right there. We brought race into a person missing weight. Where are we getting with this shit? I just want to know about the money.
That was the worst.
I just want to know about the money. Where's the money, bro? I got probably 20 more good years left in me, bro. I'm trying to figure out what I gotta do. So that's all I really need. But always love with y'all, man. I'm about to see what you're cooking up, champ. I'm gonna be in the background. You know, get my trees real quick. Fred, it's always love, bro. I love you, big homie. I love the way you be puppet mastering this shit, bro. I see you over there, man. I see you in the cut.
It's a platform for everybody can talk. Everybody can talk.
Man. Hey, Fred in the cut is a scary sight. Yo, when Fred's quiet, that's when you know it's popping. That's all I know.
I ain't gonna lie. I wanted to jump in about 15 times a night, but I was like, I ain't no room for me. I get 3 minutes at the end of the show. I'll say what I want to say. So fuck it.
Hey, I love that you have this platform, Fred. Don't ever stop, man. You know, like Kyle said, keep your fucking foot on their necks. For real.
Right.
But I fuck with y'all. I'm tuning in right now.
Thank you, dog. We going straight to Cooking with the Champ, man. Cooking with the Champ, Purple Tea, y'all. Purple Tea. He on his Snoop Dogg tonight, man. Let's go. Go subscribe. Here's his YouTube channel in the chat. I want to see this Purple Tea. This nigga got weed in the
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is
Champion, what it do, baby? What it do? Champion Heart.
I'm gonna feed him if you're coming
What's
for
going on,
me.
Champion
I'm
Heart?
ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head. I'm seeing. Take me for granted, and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I can take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for
there it is.
my tongue keeps bleeding.
Oh, now you have to go the other way.
Sharp, so freezing, so cold. They hold frostbite, they feeling. I could tear you apart, or I could go heal them. Don't believe it.
All right, thank you for joining me for another episode of Cooking with the Champ. Okay, now as the weather changes, remember telling you that we're going to start doing more herbal teas. Okay, it's always good to keep your immune system up, especially during the winter. Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're going to do purple tea. Real easy, real simple. It's real similar to the ginger tea episode, but we're doing purple tea. Okay, purple tea is only grown, in the southern region of Kenya. All right, so I'll explain to you the benefits
went all the way to Kenya
of this
to get
purple
this.
tea while I'm preparing. Okay, I'm show you how to do this real quick.
Okay, as you can see with when I ordered this purple tea, they sent me actually, I've never seen this before. It's a plastic tea bag. They actually put the purple tea inside of this plastic tea bag, and it's a reusable tea bag. That's pretty cool. Okay, so let's start our tea to boiling while I explain the benefits of purple tea. Purple tea is loaded with antioxidants that help protect your cells, leaving you feeling energized all day. Not only there's some of the antioxidants, anti-inflammatory, antiviral, anti-aging. One thing about purple tea, if you want the perks of caffeine without the spikes, then purple tea is perfect for that. Purple tea also has a unique polyphenol called GHG, which may be responsible for its obesity effects. Some studies have been shown
it's a diuretic
that drinking purple tea can reduce body fat, body weight, and cholesterol. Just more benefits of drinking purple tea. Okay, one thing I want you to notice when I actually add the lemon juice to the purple tea, it actually changes the hue. It actually, when you boil it, it's probably for about 8 minutes. You have that translucent purple look, but when you actually add the lemon juice, it changes the hue to a deeper color. Very interesting that it does that.
I've never drank the tea that actually changed the hue by adding the lemon juice. Just something to check out when you do it. You see it. You actually see it happen in real time.
All right. So we have our purple tea, right? And I'm gonna go ahead and do our taste. Man, this is good. Okay, and really all you need is to drink a cup of this before bed and one in the morning on an empty stomach. And
What happened? Hello?
I think Fred. Okay, his shit was fucking up.
Damn, I just fucked up. But it's the end of it. Damn, I pushed the wrong button.
Oh, you pushed the wrong button.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining me.
Here it is in the chat. Hey, but I'm gonna tell you one thing. Hey, Kyle, didn't it sound like he was narrating a porno?
What kind of music was that in the background?
Hey, that shit sounded like he was doing a porno like in Venezuela or some shit. You know what I mean?
Where the hell you get them tea bags from?
No, that like I was telling you when I ordered the purple tea, those reusable tea bags came with it. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, he was like,
you know, it would have been pretty cool if you'd have gave Oscar Valdez that tea.
Oscar Valdez.
Even Canelo, you know, somebody.
Hey man, yeah.
Oh, man.
Hey, I'm working on that Philly cheesesteak sandwich episode, Kyle. I'm gonna do that, man. I'm working on getting the right meat.
Make it happen. Hey,
that'd be dope.
Make it happen,
Yeah.
man. Hey.
Yeah, most definitely. Man, let me get my closing arguments before I get out of here.
Yeah,
This has been a crazy night, man. Golly.
It was on 10.
But it definitely helped me get to my location, so I appreciate it.
Hey, I was locked in too. I ain't gonna lie.
Man, I'm like, wow, boy. Deacon came in hot, boy.
Yeah, he was 38 hot today. You know, I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, but
I ain't talking to you.
You know,
like, he wanted me to change the rules of the show. Like, right. I'm gonna lose my credibility, man. Why put me on the spot like that, man?
Oh man, I was rolling. But you know, I gotta talk to my brother, man. Let him know it's just the internet. It's not that serious, man. It's not that serious, you know. I like I said, you know, I use this stuff, man, if I'm working, man, to get to my location, man, you know, just pure entertainment, man. I think cats take it too serious. You know, I hope that Fuller comes back, man. He's a good brother.
Oh, he'll be
You
back.
know, I think a lot of what he says just, you know, goes over a lot of cats' heads, you know. But I think he's a good brother, man. And
everybody,
you know,
I mean,
yeah. So hopefully it'll come back, man, because I appreciate his input. You know, but again, man, you know, you cannot. Again, this is just the internet, man. When I turn on my tablet off, I'm done fucking with y'all. You know, so I could care less what a motherfucker say. You know, to be honest, you know what I'm saying? It's just like I said. It's just the internet. I don't even trip on it, man. So I don't understand how cats be having these internet beefs because of somebody's opinion. That's crazy. You know, let that man believe whatever he want to believe. It is what it is.
Right.
You know, but it was something else I wanted to touch on. Oh yeah, Jerry, he was saying that black people can't be racist, and when
black people
Deacon
can be racist.
Yeah, well, when Deacon said that, you know, Jerry doesn't understand that word racist has become the most misused word within the past 8 years. You know what I'm saying? Racism is systematic. You know what I'm saying? You can be prejudiced, but like Deacon said, you know, we don't have the power, you know, to be racist. You know what I'm saying? That's what the whole point of redlining and Jim Crow was. That's systematic. That's how, and it's done particularly just because of a person's race. It's not racist. You know what I'm saying? It's systematic. So that's not the same thing. you know. And so when you look the word up and understand what, you know, racism is and what prejudice is, then, you know, then you understand that racist has become the most misused word in the English language in the last 8 years. But salute to you brothers, man, and salute to everybody that was on the panel. You know, this shit is wild.
It was a good show. It's a good show.
Yeah, I'm gonna get with you brothers, man. Much love, man. Salute to you, brothers.
Appreciate it.
All right now.
All the time. Appreciate you, champ.
All right.
Yeah. Hey, that's why the shop is here. Ain't no feeling sorry for nobody, man. You speak your truth and that's it. And people agree and disagree. And that's what's beautiful about it. You know what I mean? Some days you get beat up, some days you don't. But you know what I mean? And that's just my take on it, man. Kyle, you had a lot to say, but you couldn't get it in. So go ahead.
Man, hell nah, man. Shit. I got to lay with my wife for a minute. Hey, listen, I ain't gonna lie, my wife is tired of you niggas though, man. She don't even listen to the show like she used to. She's tired of you niggas. I mean, every time she look up, it's some bullshit. She tired of y'all niggas. Hey, listen, she's like, y'all talking about race again? Damn. And just walked upstairs.
Well,
she's talking about that race shit again and just walked up the stairs, man.
Yeah.
She's tired of these niggas.
It's always a hotbed, you know, because all of us are in different places, socioeconomic places, and different races mix, you know. So everyone has different life experiences, and everyone's view on race is definitely different. You know what I mean? So it's
we got a new show coming up. We got a new show coming soon. It's called Walk in My Shoes. Y'all heard it here first. So I'm gonna go to all these different places. And I'm gonna see how they live and why they are the way they are. So I'm gonna go see Jerry first. Then I'm gonna go see Deacon. I'm gonna go see Dr. Fuller. I know why Mex ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? So you know, that's my next project, man. You know, I want to see why they have these perspectives. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's what I want to see. You know, I'm gonna call it walk in my shoes, just so we can get a better idea. Because sometimes people aren't racist; they just never seen black people before.
Right. Right.
Like for instance, I got a buddy named Daniel Faria, who's my old coworker. Right. He lives in a place called Napa. You know Napa because you're from California. You know, black folks really ain't over there like that. You know what I'm saying? So growing up, all he knew was rap, the news, media. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what he knew. He didn't know normal black people. You know what I'm saying? So when he came to Oakland, you know what I'm saying? When you think of Oakland, you don't think of nice people. You know what I'm saying? You think, fuck, I'm in the hood. So I'm about to see all this hood shit. But then he came and was like, oh shit, everybody's not like I thought they was. Right. Man, I was lied to all these years. You know what I mean? But he live in Napa. He don't know no fucking better. So I've learned in my latter years, in my older age, is that people just probably don't know. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna call you racist. You probably just don't know shit. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. And everybody's life experiences are different, Fredro. You know what I mean? So, you know, I don't think Michael Fuller should leave. You know what I'm saying? I think that'd be a
he'll be back. He just got beat up tonight a little bit. You know, we all do. You know, I get beat up every night. You know, a caller called me and called. I mean, it happens. It's happened. And as the moderator, I'm not choosing sides. You know what I mean? We're all men and women, so we gonna move as such. You know, I do my best to let everybody rebuttal, say what they want. You know what I mean? And this is a microcosm of real life, man. We men, you know, and men disagree, men curse, men fight. You know, that's it. You know,
talk about a great show though. This is a great show. My wife is tired of hearing this shit, but great show nonetheless, man.
No, it is.
Listen, Fred. I think it was better to be a part of it than it was to listen to.
No, I think I ain't gonna lie. I was locked in tonight. I ain't gonna lie. I was locked in. I was so locked in that I would miss the scores by like 10 points. Like I'll be listening And then, damn, Golden State and
Lakers
scored 10
are
more points.
Lakers are fucking trash, bro.
Lakers trash.
You fucking suck. I don't know if you see me in the camera going. I wasn't even doing that to Ebony. I'm doing it to the fucking game. Like, come on, bro.
Lakers are trash. And
suck.
Yeah,
I feel bad for LeBron James, man. He has to go through this in his late years.
Yeah, well, he about to pass Kareem and be top 5 and Saul tomorrow. You always do that, man. You do that intentionally. Come back tomorrow. But
who is that,
man? Someone named Saul. He can come in tomorrow. Saul. But yeah, man, it's that's where we should be. Yeah, man. Yeah, you get out at 11. What's up, peoples? We appreciate you, man.
Peoples Hernandez.
Yeah, man, people free, man. That's the beauty of the show.
Man, y'all come to the boxing section, man.
Yeah, Saul, go over to the boxing section.
Head over to the boxing section.
You'll be first up, Saul. Go up to the boxing section. But man, awesome show tonight. It was intense tonight. Damn, I love it. I love it. See, I grew up like this. Niggas just arguing and fighting and drunk. My uncle got purple lips and shit, pink lips, you know what I mean? Drunk. My uncle Boo Boo, man, that motherfucker was an alcoholic like a motherfucker. So I'm very comfortable in chaos, Niggas cursing and that shit does nothing for me. I don't take a back step. But yeah, man, we in the barbershop, man. We in the cyber shop, man. Get it off your chest. Shit. I appreciate you, DJ. I appreciate everybody, man. Dr. Full, everybody. I'm not gonna go name off 13 names, but I appreciate y'all tonight. Yeah, man. We'll be back here tomorrow. I ain't never missed a day because I was upset at y'all. Nah. So, yeah, man. Yeah, man. We gonna rock out. If you got to curse to get another nigga's attention, curse at it. Nigga, shit, we in the barbershop. Nigga, I ain't gonna lie. I don't get moved when a motherfucker curse at me. Nah, I don't. Maybe I'm different. You know what I mean? I don't. But yeah, man, great show. Thank you, Peoples Hernandez, man. I appreciate y'all coming through tonight, man. The Yankees play tomorrow against Houston, the most hated. I hate them. Oh, I hate Houston Astros, but we may be tired tomorrow. We on a plane right now, headed over to Houston. So hopefully we get
as long as they can't reach our signals, y'all be straight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, facts, man. And I need San Diego to win. They down 0-1, so we need them to win. Yeah, Saul. Appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all, man. We gonna have a hell of a show tomorrow. And make sure y'all get that purple tea from Kenya, narrated by the porno star.
Yeah, give me some of that shit.